Testing 1 2, testing 1 2.
Looking for Russell Sheeler.
Hey guys, welcome today. We're at Pheasantland RC Park for the dirt drag racing going on here today. We got some stock trucks, we got some wild modified trucks, a lot of drivers here today competing. Gonna bring you a lot of coverage. We got some overhead coverage. Got several cams set up today to bring you the action from all over. We'll be talking to some of the drivers later on today. Thank you for joining in today. I want to thank you for joining the live. Today we're at Pheasantland RC Park in Boyertown, Pennsylvania. Come on, do some drag racing if you think that you have what it takes. Waiting for the guy. Got to make some changes here early on. Looks like up that for you guys today. We barely got enough, it looks like, to do.
Well, you got cool points for that?
Hell yeah. Isaiah and Typhoon versus Chris in the Max Clash. On deck will be John Dalbane and Isaiah in the XRT.
There we go. Hopefully we have a little bit less glitching going on. I'm going to try to knock that out right away so you guys can see what's going on here at the dirt drags. Not very good internet, and that's something that I battle all the time on these live shows. Something that I'd like to get figured out, but it just doesn't seem that easy, guys. Just getting started here in the first round. Sorry I'm a little late. I know I was supposed to get started around 1 o'clock today. It just didn't work out today because the guys got started a little bit late, and so did I. Looking over here at the starter booth, we can see who's coming up to the line next. We'll have some modified trucks coming up here today. Again, we're out here today at Pheasantland RC Park in Boyertown, Pennsylvania. Come on out and check it out. It's free to watch. And it only takes a couple of really fast trucks to compete with these guys. Got a nice drag strip. It's, I believe, about 70, well, no, I think it's 132 feet. Loose dirt.
Let's see, Isaiah's in the left.
Doesn't take a lot of power. It does take a lot of grip, and we are covered up here today because these rocks fly. We're right behind the starter stand. Gonna bring you guys the coverage today. If anybody's out there in the chat, hey, check in. Let me hear what you have to say.
Yeah.
Drivers ready. Isaiah.
Set of guys are getting ready to go out now.
All right, we got John Delbane versus Isaiah in the XRT. We will then go back to Jacob versus James.
Track looks good. Unfortunately, I couldn't make it today. Says Frederick, hey, how you doing today? Been a while since we've seen you. We got another camera angle here for you guys, looking down at the starters, where the guys start. See who's coming up to the line here next. Nobody on the track right now. If you guys see the screen glitching a little bit, please let me know. We barely have enough internet to do the job again today, so hopefully we can make everything happen for you guys. And this is where we're at today. We got the we're underneath the tent and a lot of things covered up so that way all the rocks can't fly and hit us. We have our camera up high today. As you guys can see, we have it looking over the track, waiting for the guys coming up to the line. Looks like they're up there right now.
You ever turned it upside down for a bit? Huh? You ever turned it upside down for a bit?
Okay.
Some of these trucks are real finicky the way they want to get started. Some of them don't want to. Need to water the track. Oh, well, this track is tough to keep watered because it's like a desert out here when the sun hits it. You know, it's clay, so almost immediately the water just dries right up and the clay just breaks up into this fine dirt. So it's pretty tough to keep that track watered down. This is where we used to have the mud bogs. The mud bogs were about a couple feet to the right. Looking over in that area there is where the mud bogs used to be, but that's now a big oval track, and we got dirt track racing right here for you guys. Those guys are lining up right now down at the bottom. Not sure who we have coming up.
Driver's ready. Left lane.
Okay.
Why you went right this time? No, I'm just saying, how it went right? Going left.
So how we looking, guys? Is it glitching out there at all? Can you see what's going on? I can see a little bit of glitching, but it might be my camera.
We gotta wait for John.
The one on the far side.
After John and Isaiah open, Mark with the green versus Rock and Roll.
Looks like we got Chris Hardwick lining up at the line right now. That green X-Max, and this ought to be one to watch. Watch him go down the track. He's got his car down there ready to go. Still waiting for one of the other guys. Looking over to the left, we can see the Chris Hardwick camp over there. That's what the track looks like there. Looking over to the right, you can see the big track. And everybody right down to my right here, everybody's pitted here for these dirt drags. Kyle from the Bloodline RC crew over there. They worked the ladder board. I think I don't know how many entries we got. We got pretty many, at least over 60, I think, today. Some big, powerful trucks going down the track today. Got my truck covered up behind me, and things are really covered up here in the tent. I'll even show you what I got while we're waiting for these guys. And you're going to hear a lot of yelling from these guys today. That's typical out of these guys. So now you guys can see where I'm at. I'm underneath the tent, and if you look at the tent, how I have it set up, you know, everything is lowered to the ground and covered up. You're looking at the, right behind that banner is the starters area, and I got to have everything covered up because it'll just take everything out. We had one car go earlier and just sprayed dirt all over me. We got Chris Hardwick still.
Everybody on Mark's YouTube channel, go to Bloodline RC and subscribe.
So how you guys doing today? How's the track? How's the feed look? If it starts glitching out a little bit, I'm sorry, but we have about as much internet as I can put up right now.
Drivers ready.
Here we go. They're getting ready to get on the track, and there they go.
Left lane, John Delbane.
I think that was John Delbane picking up the win there. Got another big truck coming out by Mark Spinelli. We'll see if we can't get over there and show you guys this truck coming up next. There's Mark Spinelli right there, heading out on the track. We're going to want to make sure that we see his truck go down this track here.
All right, now we got Mark in the Creighton versus Chris in the Rocket Right.
Mark in the left side, Mark Spinelli from New Jersey. We're at Pheasantland RC Park today, located in Boyertown, Pennsylvania. Come on out, it's free to watch. See some big, powerful trucks go down this drag strip. Got some motorcycles and everything else going down the drag strip today. Let me know how the stream is, how everything looks. See, it looks like the guys are lining up down there. I think everybody's ready to go, not really sure. We're waiting for one of the guys to line up right now. Let's take a look down on the starter stand.
On deck will be Joe Maloney and Mike Shifley.
It'll take these guys some time to get lined up. You'll see that today. Some of these guys run 3-4 classes, so they're really busy. Here we go.
Drivers ready.
Finally!
Left
I
lane.
beat Chris Hardwick!
Oh, somebody just put down Chris Hardwick. And Chris is really tough to beat here at Pheasantland RC Park. He wins a lot of races here. That don't mean he's out for the day, though, because he can come back later on if this is the first round.
All right, now we got Joe Maloney in the left versus Mike Shifley in the right. On deck will be Artie and Isaiah.
Guys are coming out on the track to line up the trucks. Sorry about that. So, how we looking out there today, guys? Is the stream looking okay? We glitching it all?
I don't know. The tires have been staying on it pretty good.
Driver's ready.
Looks okay, but it's kind of hard to tell. Here we go, and they're kicking up the dirt. As the dirt comes flying inside the tent, even though I got everything all blocked up, it still comes inside here. Not sure who picked up the win there.
Oh shit! You're driving the wrong car, buddy. That thing hit the big track.
All right, now we got Artie in the sled versus Isaiah in the wrong rack. On deck will be Juan Maldonado versus Chris and Alozi.
Looking over at the pit area.
Isaiah is in the right.
Looks like we have Isaiah Hardwick coming up, and Chris Hardwick's going to line that truck up. We'll see if Chris is going to be the driver of this or whether Isaiah is going to be the driver. Not really sure right now. We'll find out in just a second here.
The big track's not there anymore, but Carson's safe.
Isaiah standing there in the green shirt, I believe. Looks like Mike Shifley. This is a big open class, I believe, and two big trucks. Hard to tell from where I'm at, maybe X-Max or, oh no, this isn't Mike Shifley. This here is Artie Greenman. Artie Greenman and Isaiah Hardwick.
Driver's ready.
Here they go. Good race. Looks like Isaiah got him in the right-hand lane.
Isaiah.
Yep, and Isaiah did. Isaiah's going to pick up the win on that one there over Artie Greenman.
All right, then we got Juan Maldonado versus Chris and Alosi. Isaiah and the X-Master Tip Shifley is on deck. So someone's got to go cover for Tiff. Yeah.
I think they said it's Juan Maldonado coming up here. I think that's who it is, and with the Losi. Big Losi 8S machine, maybe a 12S. I'm not sure. Some of these guys were practicing 12S machines earlier today. Juan Maldonado, he's got his car out there on the track. I'm not sure who we're waiting for to go with him.
Bye, tires. Have a nice day. 1 and 12. Makes me feel bad. I told him that course. Poor tires. I feel like it's my fault. You know, I'm helping to assassinate many times. Yeah. I was going to say. I thought you were surprised. I dissected. Oh.
And today we're at Pheasantland RC Park in Boyertown, Pennsylvania, here for the dirt drags if you're just checking in with us. As we're getting up to the line. Takes a little time for these guys to get these trucks out here and get them ready to go. So far, we got one out there right now.
I didn't like the 4S and the Notorious.
were in the mud.
I had a big one at first came, and I supposed to do 1100 TV and the new Spectrum ESC, and I thought, well,
Still only got one car out there on the track right now as we're waiting on somebody. Look down the pit area here. We're not really sure who we're waiting
The driver
on.
doesn't have a helmet, but the passenger does. I like that.
Usually we're waiting on Chris Hardwick. That somebody's out there right now, and it looks like it could be Chris Hardwick. It is. It's Chris Hardwick. He's got a lot of trucks coming up to the line all day long. And looks like Chris is driving this one this time.
Drivers ready. Good, good.
Whoa.
Good. Okay. 'Cause I was watching you guys move.
You said that in cursive,
I
bro.
was watching you guys move. I'm like, I don't know what you guys are doing. All right. Drivers ready.
And those cars go down the line with some fury. You can just hear the rocks hammering the tent here that we're under. Not sure who picked up the win on that one there.
All right. Now we got Isaiah in the X-Max versus Tiffany Shapely. On deck will be the 2S two-wheel drive. Mark with his bike and Jan.
And we've seen Tiffany Shifley. She's coming up here to the line right now. She's been on the channel many times. Few of the videos that went viral on my channel, my shorts, that has Tiffany in it. Her and her husband Mike right out in front of there, Mike Jr. Her and her husband had this really cool drag race. I call it the best drag race ever. It really is. Two X-Max going down the mud pit together in synchronization, all synchronized up, and it looks cool as everything. Mike Jr. on the right side, Tiffany right behind the wall here, ready to go. Waiting for another car. Sounds like we have a motorcycle getting cranked up here. Might be going up against Tiffany. So this could be, I'm not sure what class this is. They have 2S, 3S, 4S, 6S, 8S, and open.
best one out of my group of trucks that can do it. I can't believe that's the one that was the slowest in the mud drag, the fastest in the
So we got Tiffany lined up there. We're waiting for somebody else to come up to the line. Oh, here, I hear a big truck coming out. Looks like Chris Hardwick. He's got a lot of entries. You can enter as many trucks as you want. Between him and his family, they have a lot of entries in the drags here. Chris Hardwick on the left, Tiffany Shifley on the right.
Drivers ready.
Looks like Chris Hardwick's going to take the win there.
Isaiah.
How we looking out there, guys? How's everything sounding? Could use a little help. Let me know what's going on.
All right, now we got
Looks and sounds good.
On deck will be Stephanie
Thank
and
you,
Mark with the
99
flag.
RT. Is it glitching at all? I'm running bare minimum here with the stream. I didn't have any internet to work with really, so
Drivers ready.
relying on you guys here. Here we go. Looks like we got a low C.
Left lane.
That car set right now, bro.
Looks like we just might have had a 2S class run there with a motorcycle.
I got Stephanie in the left versus Mark in the right. Tag lever, you gotta buy. Do you want it or no? Okay. Then we will go after this race. 2S four-wheel drive. Jesse Miller versus Joe Maloney.
2S two-wheel drive or motorcycle. You can run a motorcycle in this 2S class that we have out there right now. Next class up, I believe, is 2S four-wheel drive.
In the right lane.
Dropped a bit earlier. Okay now. Well, thank you for that. If you see it dropping on me, let me know, because it's not giving me good. It's giving me a lot of warnings here on the stream, so I'm trying to make my best here. Nice 2S drag race.
Mark with the win.
Thank you.
All right. I will have Jesse Miller in the left versus Joe Maloney in the right.
Hey, maybe if I knew it's going to benefit me. Well, if you look in the back, I got that and that. I even have a couple of tires. At home, man, I just buy tires left and right. It's like, you never have
On
too many.
deck will be Brian Dadlever and Lonnie the Dirt.
I guarantee I'll end
Looks like we got somebody lined up there right now. Another one coming up to the line.
It's just like the Bob right now. You know what I mean? Basically, the same thing. Hopefully, I can get it going straight. I mean, in reality, he's not running as good as I want him to run right in a second. But I'm going to throw some. Yeah. Well, I mean, you always got to not like overestimate yourself. You know, that's how you get.
Drivers ready.
I'm ready to get home.
That'd be Joe.
No, I was about to say, you were right there with me. I mean, the only thing you did is you hit the wall. You would have got me if you didn't hit the wall.
All right. Now it's Brian Dadlever versus Lonnie the Dirt.
I didn't see my car, I just kept going.
Brian in the left. Lonnie in the right.
So we got Brian Taglieber on the left lane. Lonnie D. Turk on the right.
It'll be 3S, 4S. John Del Bain versus Russell.
This looks like a 2S class. 2S four-wheel drive. Lonnie D. Turk in the right-hand lane.
I did that in the mud bogs when we had a little bit more water, and we couldn't see because all the water was shooting up and when they had red dots.
Drivers ready.
I mean, me too, but I went through you know how many systems I burned out?
Good race.
Left lane.
Damn
Dadlever.
well batteries get
Taglieber's going to pick up the win there.
Yep, and they swell up real fast. Sorry, oh, yeah.
Lonnie D. Turk. Known more for his pavement drag racing. He sells some parts and stuff for RC drag racing. Looks a little blurry on the finish line, Dan. Yeah, it's going on. This is stuff that I'm still in the process of working on. Found out that we got to make some changes, and those are costly changes.
Russell Sheeler. Lonnie the Turk and Brian Dadlever. You're on deck.
Well, see, people don't realize too, like I put
While we're waiting for these guys to come up to the line. So I want to thank you guys for joining in on live today. We're at Pheasantland RC Park in Boyertown, Pennsylvania. Come on out. It's free to watch. And there is a lot of fast trucks here. So if you think you have a good fast truck that you can compete against these guys, bring it on out to the RC Drags.
Hey, well, Get over there and start dialing that bitch in.
Got the guys bringing out the trucks. I think this is 3S, 4S coming up to the line next. Taking a look at the pit area back there. All the guys to our right. Pheasantland RC Park building to the right. The big track, small track on the right-hand side. Got our scorekeeper Kyle over there from the Bloodline RC crew. These guys are getting lined up.
Drivers ready.
Looked like left lane won that one there.
Left lane. No, that was bad. That was real close.
So if you guys are wondering how this RC drag racing works here at Pheasantland RC Park, you can cross lanes. It's pretty much anything goes going down the strip. It's the first guy to cross the line at the bottom there. It doesn't matter if you hit each other, run each other into the wall, whatever.
On deck, Joe Maloney and Dan Stutzman.
Got another line coming up. We have to start at the line, and the first one to cross the line obviously is the winner. And there is an iPad at the other end of the track there, so that way they can see the photo finishes, and you get a lot of them at the end of the day. It comes down to literally who's got the wheel ahead of the other one. We've seen some really close finishes in the mud bogs, and it's no different here on the drag strip. Cars are up on the line, ready to go. But there's no rules. You can cross into the other guy's lane, you can hit the other guy, it really doesn't matter. Bounce off the wall, whatever. If you fly out of the track, obviously you're out, but kind of hard to do that now with these big cement walls.
Ready.
Here we go. Good race.
Right lane.
Kyle says left lane's going to pick up the win. And that was Lonnie DeTurk taking his car back to the pit area.
All right. Now we got Joe Maloney versus Dan Stutzman. On deck will be John Typhoon.
Got Joe Maloney on the left, Dan Stutzman on the right.
It's, it's supposed to be a talent.
I want to say that we got a pair of rustlers here, although I'm not really sure.
That's P-car, or whatever it is, right?
Dan Stutzman, I think, probably running a Stampede. And maybe a Losi on the left from Joe Maloney. You never really know with these Jersey guys. Another guy from Jersey here.
Drivers ready.
Good race. Looks like Dan's going to take the win.
With the win.
Yep, Dan does pick up the win. Dan Stutzman, your winner there. And I wonder if that is his Stampede truck from the mud bog. I think it is.
All right.
Oh, Gail says other cameras are clear and awesome. Thank you. Yeah, they're probably pretty clear and probably look pretty good because, we're not receiving enough to maintain a smooth stream. If you guys are going to see some glitching out there, hopefully not, but we're getting some errors. I'm going to try to keep this thing up all day long. We'll see what we can do, but we barely got enough to do it today. I don't think I can knock it down any farther than it already is. Looks like we did have some glitching going on, I see.
Drivers ready.
Great race. You guys can see how close that one there was.
Joseph's in fraction.
Okay, you guys are going to see a little bit of a glitching going on. I tried to bump things up a little bit to see if...
On deck.
There we go. Okay. We bumped the connection up a little bit. It just wasn't enough to keep that stream going. So hopefully we have enough for you guys. Again, I am battling because I have very little internet today. This should help out. So it looks like we're good right now. The settings a little bit. So you might have experienced a little jumping around. So hopefully this fixes. In the future might be worth looking into. Their upload is fast. It really gets more complicated. Internet is really poor, so that's not good. Normally when I come out here to do oh, looks like we're gonna. So I'm playing around with things a little bit. You may see some buffering going on while we're doing that. Got the guys lined up on the track right now.
All right, and we got Chris in the left, Joseph in the right. On deck will be Jacob and Joseph.
Did I face that thing already?
And I can see we are skipping a little bit. Let's see what happens.
Driver's ready.
Here we go. Good race.
Right lane, Joseph.
Joe's going to pick up the win on that. Dust is flying here. So anyway, back to the question about the internet. It gets a little bit more complicated than that. Like I said, I have my own internet. And it looks like I can. That's all we got today.
Jacob is in the left, Joseph's in the right.
We're going to try to switch over to one other thing here right after these guys go.
Drivers ready.
Man, that was a good race right there.
Joseph.
We're going to try another change here, guys. You guys are going to see it buffering again. We'll try to see if it drops any here. Trying to get this stream so it stays nice and steady for you guys. It hasn't been easy for me today.
All right. Now we got a good one on deck up here. Mike Shifley Jr. versus Mike Shifley Sr.
Here we go. Father and
Marty,
son going to be going at it here.
Okay. I figured. I just got to ask.
Guys are coming up to the line right now. If you're just joining in, we're at Pheasantland RC Park, and yeah, we're having some internet issues. So if you do see some glitching, I'm sorry you have to get through it. I only have a little bit of internet here today.
You're right. You're right.
Cars are coming up on the line. We got father and son right here. Mike Shifley Jr. versus Mike Shifley Sr. Looks like a pretty big
On deck.
Pretty big cars coming up.
With the X-Max and Chris with the Losi.
Mike Shifley Jr. on the left, Mike Shifley Sr. on the right. These guys here battled it out in the mud bogs many times.
I want a nice clean fight, you two.
Not sure what they have up there now. 4S, 6S, 8S. We'll see what it looks like.
Driver's ready.
Here we go. Man, that was a good race.
Left lane.
Junior's going to pick up the win on that run there.
What's up now?
Open. Isaiah with the X-Max and Losi. X-Max and Losi.
Is that Lucy Dragon? I'm in the city.
You good.
Okay, we're back to where we were a little bit ago. I'm sorry for the buffering, guys. Sorry for the buffering. Keep changing things around to see if I can make it any better. And it doesn't look like I can right now. May have to drop the quality down even farther yet. I'm not sure, but I'm trying to keep everything up as high as I can. Tim Lewis, thank you for your donation to the Oval RC. And will the barriers contain an RC car? Yes, they will. They'll destroy an RC car, as a lot of these guys found out, especially in this big 8S class. Cars head into those barriers and just fly apart. You'll see some of that going on today. And thank you, Tim Lewis. You guys just joining in today, we're at Pheasantland RC Park for the dirt drags. We have 2S, 3S, 4S, 6S, 8S class, open class, and you know, when I say S, that's all by battery size. So you'll see some of these smaller cars go up against some of these bigger cars. Depends what battery they can fit inside the car. The open class, you can run anything. These guys been doing this for a couple years now, so they kind of have it down pat what they need to do. A lot of them were big players in the mud bogs that I had on the channel. Looks like we got Isaiah Hardwick on the left, I think. Chris Hardwick on the right.
On deck will be Isaiah with Rocket Ray and Mike Shifley. Mark, your crane has a bye. Driver's ready.
Looks like Chris Hardwick's going to take the win. Oh, Isaiah's going to pick up the win.
Hey, sorry.
We know who he likes better.
So you guys may see a little bit of glitching going on if you just joined in. It's hard to keep the internet smooth here today. Doing everything I can, but I think I messed around with the settings as much as I can, and this is what we got for the rest of the day.
All right. Now we have Isaiah and Rocket Ray versus Mike Shifley.
Looking over on the left-hand side here, we're waiting for Isaiah. Isaiah in the green shirt over there with Chris Hardwick, and Chris is busy. Mike Shifley is going to be off to our right. He's coming up with that.
After this race, we will go to the losers bracket.
Could be
of
another
2S2
battle of the
Drive.
Titans here between
John in
Mike
blue
Shifley
versus
Sr.
Joe
with that
Slash.
Creighton and Isaiah. It's hard at it over here. Looks, I'm not sure what car he's got going together. Looks like he's got it coming out. I couldn't tell you what it is. It's one of those hardwood creations here. Got to blow off the dust every now and then. Everything's getting hammered with dust. Isaiah Hardwick on the left, Mike Shifley Sr. on the right.
Drivers ready.
Woo.
Left lane.
Left lane going to be Isaiah Hardwick putting down Mike Shifley today.
Oh, yeah.
John in the left, Joe on the right.
Two Jersey guys going at it right now. John Delbane in the left-hand side. Joe Maloney on the right. Something happened with Mike Shifley's truck. He's taking a walk down the track there. Truck doesn't look too good.
No, let him.
Yeah, the whole thing's on. The receiver? Oh, shit. I didn't even get to try yet. Yeah, the receiver, I just wanted to bring him in.
Sorry if you guys are experiencing a little bit of glitching going on today. We're dealing with that.
I was just going to bring an extra car. I'm going to put it in here.
Keep my eye on the settings. I've done everything I could, and this is what we have to deal with today. There's very little internet where we're at, so it's hard to stream if you ain't got no internet, and that's what I'm facing today.
I didn't mean to.
That's all your
Who went further? Left lane.
Looks like John Delbane's going to pick up the win there. John in that left-hand lane.
Well, now we got Joe in
I
the
can hear
bike
some
versus
motorcycles
John in green.
winding up, so we got some motorcycles coming up to the line.
Dude, that's my bad. I'm sorry. That was my bad.
Maybe if I keep the switching back and forth to a minimum, we might be able to keep our stream from lagging. Waiting for the guys to come up here. We will switch back and forth so it doesn't get too boring for you guys. Can you hear that motorcycle running?
Oh, thanks.
Dude, I put it down right in front of your face. Really?
Looks like, who do we have coming up to the line here? Got John Delbane on the right. Looks like a drag slash. We have a motorcycle. So we got truck and a motorcycle going down the track this time. This is probably the 2S class. 2S motorcycle versus Traxxas drag slash. Motorcycles did pretty good last time I was here. And it looks like the motorcycle is going to take the win over the drag slash.
All right, now we got Mark and a bike versus Stephanie. On deck, we Mark with the slash and Jesse Miller.
We got another motorcycle coming up to the line with Mark Spinelli from New Jersey.
Coming in hot.
Not sure who's in the right lane.
Drivers ready. Oh, I didn't see you there.
Looks like the drag slash is going to take the win this time over the bike.
The bike on brake? We got that on 50% power.
They had the power down on the bike apparently.
Oh, he gave you it, did he?
That bike should have taken the win over that drag slash. You can see the drag slash just powering
All
forward
right, now
past
we're
that
on
bike.
2S four-wheel drive.
2S
Mark
four-wheel
with the slash
drive.
versus Jesse Miller on deck. Mark with green versus Lonnie the Turk. Mark Orange will have a bye.
Guys are coming up to the line. I have several cameras set up, guys, but I have to keep the switching back and forth to a minimum. We did have some glitching earlier. I'm trying to get that under control for you guys. There's only so many things I can do, and that's what we're down to now. Maybe not using as much camera angles. I like wheelie bars for drags. Makes sense as RC player. Yeah, you'll see some of these guys are carrying around the trucks. Later on, you'll see this big stick sticking out the back, and that's how they keep the front end down on these bigger trucks.
Drivers ready.
Nice run, left-hand lane.
Left lane. Mark.
Left-hand lane, picking up the win on that one.
Mark in green versus Lonnie the Turk.
Lonnie DeTurk coming up to the line next. You can see Lonnie's car right here in front of us. This is four-wheel drive, either 2S or 3S, not exactly sure.
You're in green, yep. Lonnie, where's your yardstick at?
I'd build a Typhon drag on a Creighton chassis. Well, you know, a lot of these guys here, this isn't their first rodeo. They've been doing it for a couple years. They've been dragging through the mud bog before. Now they're on this loose dirt track. Doesn't take a lot of power, what they're telling me, but it does take, you got to get this car to hook up. You know we're in the future of RC when you're hearing gyros. Yeah, them motorcycles, you can hear those gyros spin up.
On deck will be a 3S, 4S. Mark in blue and Russell. You're good.
Here we go, they're set. Lonnie getting his dialed in on the right-hand side. Lonnie's still having trouble getting that car set. Looks like he's ready to go. Lonnie's still having trouble. He may be pulling that car off the track if he can't get it started. Trying to see what's going on there with the Lonnie DeTurk car. She's struggling a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, probably, what time is it now? Yeah, we should be done 3-ish, 4-ish. I'll text you when I'm done.
Looks like he's got things going now. He's going to have it set up.
Driver's ready.
And Lonnie's going to take the win in that one there, right-hand lane. Might have been good to wait it out a little bit and make sure that car was set. Lonnie picks up the win.
All right, now we got Mark in blue versus Russell. On deck,
Lonnie's
Mark
car
in
going
blue
off right
versus
over
Lonnie
there.
DeTurk.
Looked like a four-wheel drive slash up against what I think was a rally car, not sure. Here we go. Looks like Mark Spinelli. He's coming up to the line.
Yeah. Looking for Russell.
Mark Spinelli's going to line up in that left-hand lane. Mark from New Jersey.
Russell Sheeler.
Not sure what the make was of that truck he's got. I think this is four-wheel drive class. Not exactly sure. You're just joining in. We're live from Pheasantland RC Park, Boyertown, Pennsylvania. Come out and check it out for free. It doesn't cost anything to get in. You can see all the tracks they have here, hobby
Looking for
shop.
Russell.
Not sure who we're waiting on. So yeah, guys, we're at Pheasantland RC Park today, Boyertown, Pennsylvania. Come on, check it out. Got the hobby shop right on the premises here. We got several tracks. Come out and check out the oval tracks, drag strip, and take a look at the inside and see what's going on here at Pheasantland RC Park. I am sorry.
Driver's ready.
Here we go. Look like left-hand lane's going to take it easy.
All right, now we got Mark with the Typhoon versus the Lonnie DeTurk. On deck, we Mark
Left
with
lane,
Nuts
picking up the
and
win.
Mike
That looked like a
Shagman.
4S truck leaving here. Mark Spinelli. Not sure if he wanted Lonnie DeTurk coming back up with this four-wheel drive slash. This thing looks cool. Mark Spinelli coming up to the line with an Arma. An Arma Typhoon going against a four-wheel drive slash. Here comes that Arma up to the line. Mark Spinelli on the left-hand side. Lonnie DeTurk taking his time last time, get that car just right. Looks like he's doing the same thing this time.
You good? Driver's ready.
Whoa, car goes flipping down the stretch.
Left lane, Mark.
Mark Spinelli got to pick up the win.
All right, now we got Mark in Nut versus Mike Shifley. On deck, Mark in orange and Joe Maloney. Yep, 3S, 4S. Shifley, you're in right.
Let's take a look and see what these guys are working on right now. We take a look over here at Joe Maloney, John Delbane. Pit area all down this whole right side here next to me. Guys are bringing cars up to the line again.
Once you start driving, really crash.
Driver's ready.
Close race. Looks like Mark Spinelli's going to take that. Mark over Mike Shifley Sr.
All right, now we got Mark in orange versus Joe Maloney. On deck, 6S, 8S, David with the Outcast and Mark with the Fire Team.
How you guys doing today? Let me know what things look like on the live there. It's pretty quiet on your end right now. I know we were glitching a little bit. I think we have that somewhat under control. Not seeing any problems right now. How you guys doing today? What car do you want to see win today? We got some big X-Maxes coming out, some Creightons. It's going to be probably an X-Max Creighton battle to the end again like it normally is here. And there's some powerful trucks here today. Chris Hardwick, Mike Shifley Jr., Mike Shifley Sr., Mark Spinelli. You're going to see a lot of these guys make it all the way to the end today. They're working the ladder system right now, so basically 2 losses and you're out. I don't think there's no buy-ins, there's no rules. It's you start at the line and the first guy to cross the finish line wins no matter what. Unless you're outside of the track, and that's kind of hard to do with these cement barriers. Sounds like we got Joe Maloney right in front of us here on the right-hand side.
Driver's ready.
And left is going to win it.
Lane, Mark.
Mark Spinelli picking up the win over his buddy Joe Maloney. No, it wasn't Joe Maloney. Yeah, it was. Mark Spinelli with a 4-wheel drive Traxxas Slash, I think. I don't think it's a Max Slash. I think it was a regular Slash. Gail says looking good. Well, thank you.
All right, 6S, 8S, David with the Outcast versus Mark with the Fire Team.
6S, 8S coming up next. We're going to start seeing some of these big dogs coming up here. 6S, 8S, not, I don't think it's the open class yet. I know we got some 12S's here today. Did see a Max 5 with a 12S in one of the cars. Blew the tire right off it earlier. I think that was Juan Maldonado blowing a tire off a car earlier. This is 6S, 8S coming up to the line now. Mark Spinelli with a fire team. Looks like I'm seeing a fire team on the right. That is Mark Spinelli with his fire team on the right-hand side. I think that was an Arma Outcast 6S on the left.
Drivers ready.
Whew, that was a close one.
Left lane, David.
Left lane's going to pick up the win over the fire team.
Artie in the J&H2 versus Mark in the Creighton. On deck, James Aquil and Eddie Sato.
Here comes some big trucks in on the right-hand side there with Artie Greenman. Artie's truck in years past was sponsored by J&H Automotive when he ran the Mud Bog. I'm not sure. I haven't seen that truck yet today. We'll talk with these guys a little bit later on today. I don't know if they're going to do an intermission or not, but I got cameras set up so we can do some interviews with the guys, and you guys can see what they have to say and what trucks they're running. Maybe we'll hear from them in just a little bit. If you just joined in, thank you for joining in. We're at Pheasantland RC Park in Boyertown, Pennsylvania. Come on out. It's free to watch. Be here most of the afternoon. There's a lot of guys here racing today. We got one truck out there right now. Artie Greenman, he's waving to everybody. How's it going, Artie?
Good, good.
They see you. And it looks like we got Mark Spinelli down on the right-hand side.
Drivers ready.
Whoa, Mark's car flips over and still doing wheelies down the straightaway. Artie's going to pick up the win.
All right, now we got James Aquil.
A lot of bite out there today for these guys, and Artie Greenman picking up the win over Mark Spinelli. You can see that truck just lifted up on the front end and rode a wheelie all the way down the track. Little surprise. Oh, it is. That's that J&H Automotive truck coming out behind us here. As Artie goes walking off with his truck. We have another truck coming up here in Arma Talon. Got a big old ski across the back. If you guys can see that or not, not sure. Sitting right down there, ready to go out on the track. They use snow skis across the back of these trucks to keep the front ends down as he's bringing it out on the track now. Sounds like a lot of marks over there. Next up, we got another truck too. We can see that one coming out, and that's a big one here. Big XRT. See what this truck does. I didn't see these guys. I didn't see these XRTs run. I don't have one of them. I know the Sledge did really good, and I'd love to bring my Max Slash out, but we got the SRT on the left. I believe Arma Talon on the right. Traxxas versus Arma. Who do you think? Who do you got?
You guys, James is in the left, Eddie's in the right.
Switch.
Don't confuse me there. I'm like, wait.
Looks like they swapped them up, I think. Now we have the SRT on the right-hand side. 6S, 8S class. Whoa, one wildly hits the wall. That was nasty. I don't know who won that one
I
there.
got Russell Russell versus Chris in the Max Slash. Russell's out.
Looked like the XRT might have taken the win. Watching the replay right now as the car just shot across the track and flipped right in front of the camera, and looks like the XRT picked up the win.
All right, now we have Isaiah in the XRT versus John Dane. On deck, Chris in the Wallaby and Jacob. Six eight, yeah, 6-8S.
Got a lot of dust back here, but we are keeping a lot of it out too. Dust is always good for video equipment, I gotta say. And it's starting to pile up back here. Right on my new setup, but hey, we need to get the shot no matter what. I can't show you guys what I'm dealing with today. Where we're at, we got everything all covered up because it gets really dusty and dirty back here. The rocks really fly up. I even had to cover my truck up behind me too, but you guys can see the wall that we're blocked by, so I can't see the track. I'm looking right on the screen to tell you guys what's going on. And if you look down, you can see my equipment. It's getting beat up today. It's got a lot of dust on it, but working pretty good, I guess. And we are running with only a little bit of internet today, so bear with us. I think we have somewhat under control. Not sure who's coming up next. Ouch, I think Traxxas got it. I think it did too. I think that XRT picked up the win and the armor went into the wall is what I think happened on that last one. You're going to see a matchup like that pretty much all day.
McLean?
RC Player says, I bet the Max Slash is good at these. You know, I wanted to bring mine out today. I just didn't get the chance.
Mistake. Chris, you were against him in the end. It's Isaiah and Chris in this one.
Isaiah and Chris Hardwick, they're lined up already.
Yeah, Isaiah in the left, Bobby in the right.
Chris Hardwick on the right, his son Isaiah on the left.
On deck is Jacob Hetrick versus Mike Sr.
I believe these are two 8S trucks right here. Can never tell with Chris Hardwick. He always has something going on for these events.
Driver's ready.
Wow.
Right lane.
Chris picking up the win with that little truck. Not sure what truck that is. Maybe we can talk to him and see what it was. That thing was quick. And I see what it is right now. It's a Mojave.
Now we got Jacob Hetrick versus Mike Shipley Sr.
Mojave versus the XRT out there is what it was. And Mojave picks up the win with Chris Hardwick. Sure, it's not a regular Mojave. Chris normally has these things turned up pretty good. We're watching the guys come on over. We can take a look at the pit area down there and see what's going on down there.
Oh, he's a nice guy. He went off to them.
I'm a sucker for luck. Jacob, you'll be in the left.
That just sounded all kinds of wrong, man.
And Senior is in the right. On deck is Chris and the Rocket Ray versus Joe Maloney in open.
Next set of cars already up to the line.
No?
Sure.
Huh?
Yeah.
Just get out of here. Huh? I'm coming. I'll be right over.
Drivers ready.
Looks like right-hand lane's going to win it.
You guys stay there.
Mike Shifley Sr. picking up the win.
All right, now we got Chris in the Rocket Ray versus Joe Maloney.
And we got some big trucks leaving the area there. We got big Outcast 8S right behind Mike Shifley Sr.'s look like Creighton. Now we have an Outcast, I believe, heading out on the track with Joe Maloney as the driver. Joe Maloney getting that set up with Mark Spinelli right behind him.
50-50?
No, but I do need a drink.
Okay, what do you want?
Anything. Gatorade.
Gatorade, what
Yeah.
color? I only have orange. I only have orange and red.
Red. I mean orange. Fine.
Orange?
Yep.
Okay. I have orange.
Thank
red,
you.
yellow.
Okay, next group is set up here. Looks like we have Joe Maloney on the right, Mark Spinelli picking up some rocks around him.
Drivers ready. Left lane, Chris.
Left lane picking up the win.
All right, we got Artie versus Juan Maldonado on deck. We need somebody to go out there and help Tiff because she's on
You
deck
guys
with
just
Isaiah
joining in
the
today.
X-Max. Senior, you got a buy in this. Okay.
We're at Pheasantland
After
RC
this
Park in
race, we're going
Boyertown,
back to the
Pennsylvania.
losers bracket of 2S two-wheel drive. John Delby. Hold on. Sorry. No. Stephanie versus Joe in the bike. We got it. He's down there. Artie, you're in left.
Looks like we have Artie Greenman coming out to the line there with his big 8S truck. The 4S Mojave runs really good. ES seal and stock motor, all you need. Well, normally, but we will have to talk with Chris because I don't think that's a stock Mojave. I hear a motorcycle winding up, so it sounds like we'll be running a motorcycle here shortly. Got somebody down here on the line getting ready to go. Oh, thank you, buddy. Appreciate it.
It's from Mark.
Okay, thank you.
Mary, give me a call for the explosion.
Film isn't working. I'm going to call it.
Drivers ready.
Woo, what a violent race that was, and got one upside down in the middle of the track.
All right, now we got Tiffany Shifley versus Isaiah in the X-Max. You gotta go into like the settings and go into storage that way.
Hi, Mark. What are those long wheelie plate looking things made of? I've seen it on a few trucks. This was
This is in the left.
came up by one of the racers. You got to give him credit for it, Carl Wade, back when we had like the second mud bog ever. The trucks were flipping over on the line because they were getting too much bite. And Carl decided to put a ski on the back of his. It's a cut-off snow ski is what it is. and they bolt them fast to the trucks that way they don't flip over, and it seems to work pretty good. You'll see both the skis on these trucks coming up to the line right now. Looks like we have Chris Hardwick again, and on the left-hand side, Mike Shifley Jr. Remember, there is no rules. You can bang up against the other truck. Oh, looks like we're going to have Tiffany Shifley on the left-hand side. Mike's just setting up the truck, and it'll be Chris Hardwick on the right. Or Isaiah Hardwick. Chris was probably setting that truck up for him. So should have Tiffany on the left and Isaiah on the right.
Drivers ready. All right lane. Isaiah was on that lane.
Isaiah picking up the win on that run.
All right, we will now go to the 2S two-wheel drive. Let's just bring it back to that.
Looks like we got some
We'll have
2S
Stephanie
racers
versus
coming up
Joe
next.
with the bike.
You can hear those
Blue, you'll buy.
gyros winding up on the bikes. So we're going to have some motorcycles coming up. Looks like Joe Maloney bringing his motorcycle up to the line now, as Mike Shifley and Tiffany Shifley pulling that truck away from the line there. Tiffany's truck, that purple wheels, purple striping on that X-Max, modified all up. We got some bikes out on the line, I believe, coming up right now. 2S class. You can run a motorcycle. It's a 2S LiPo. If you're just joining in today, I'm sorry about the minor glitching we had going on. I seem to have it under control right now. We don't have a lot of internet today. We're doing what we can. We're at Pheasantland RC Park.
Looking for Stephanie.
Dirt drag racing. This track here was built to the side of where the mud bog track used to be. The mud bog track is now a big, massive oval, and they've done such a great job with that track. That brings out a lot of entries, so we no longer have the mud bog here. It was too much to maintain, but they have this really nice dirt drag track, and they have races going on here. I think 2 races a month, I believe, is what they have. We'll try to bring more for you guys, but most of the time it's on a Saturday. I work on a Saturday, and I can't make it out. Just happened to work out today that I could come out and bring you guys the dirt drags today, so I hope you're enjoying it.
Where's the controller? Let me look at that controller. Let me move that controller. Guess he wasn't coughing it up that easy.
Never thought of snow skis. I've got a Red Cat Keiju that flips backwards. If you look at it, you know, that's how it was with the mud bog. I've always seemed to be the same way for these guys.
Drivers ready.
Here we go. And that bike's going to take the win in the 2S.
Unfortunately, you're probably going to keep it up.
That was a low-C motorcycle going down the track there, taking the win over what looked to be a drag slash.
All right, now we got
It was a drag slash. I'm watching it go by me right now, coming into the pit area. There goes the drag slash right there, heading right in the front of Lonnie DeTurk. Drag slash with big old paddle tires on the back.
Next round is just a Mark show.
There goes Tiffany's truck with Mike driving that, heading back to the pit area.
Mark's Typhoon. I forget who's running this Typhoon.
Lonnie DeTurk got his four-wheel drive Traxxas slash coming up to the line.
Do you have a controller for all the different cars, or no? Oh, okay.
I have one of them fancy ones. I haven't opened the book to read it yet. They don't work.
Looks like we got both the trucks out there right now. Not sure who's running in that left side lane.
Drivers ready.
Here we go. Close matchup. Lonnie's going to take the win. The other truck in the left-hand lane is going to go crashing down the wall. That looked like it was Mark Spinelli.
Mark in blue versus, I think, Juan is running.
Lonnie D. Turk over there by the tent, carrying his truck away, picking up the win in that last round.
Mark in nuts versus me in orange. After the Mark quad show here, 6S, 8S will be up. It'll be Mike Shifley Sr. versus Tristan Mojave. Mojave, whatever you want to say.
Mark carrying his Losi trucks out to the edge of the wall here, getting ready, I think, maybe for the next runs. Got some trucks sitting on the wall. Mark Spinelli's trucks. We're getting ready for the next round.
Yeah, it's you guys.
It doesn't matter.
That's me, Mark, and me and Haley.
Thank you for joining in today. We're at Pheasantland RC Park on the dirt drag strip here at Pheasantland in Boyertown, Pennsylvania. Come on out. It's always free to watch. If you think you're fast, come on out and bring the truck because these guys are fast. Pheasantland RC Park.
No, I didn't. That was the other one.
Drivers ready.
Here we go.
Left lane.
Ooh, looked like a close race.
Yeah, I let him pick.
All right. Joe, I'll need you.
Hello, everybody. How's everybody doing there?
There's Kyle from the Bloodline RC crew. Kyle, you getting ready to race today? Hey, Kyle, you doing tech or are you getting ready to race today? Oh, he's ready. He's racing. That's Kyle from the Bloodline RC crew right there. Looks like he's got a ride. Not sure he knows what he's looking at, but he's got something in his hand. Got a truck he's running here from Mark Spinelli, I believe. Kyle's going to put that down on the track strategically. Kicking the dirt away, going to get a lot of bite. Mark Spinelli in the left-hand lane, Kyle in the right.
Good luck, sir.
There they go.
Drivers ready?
Kyle gets a late start. Looks like Mark Spinelli's going to pick up the win. Kyle sleeping on the start. I don't know if we can talk to Kyle or not.
Mark, this is still in it.
First is the guardrail, now it's concrete.
Not a bumper.
All right, now we are in 6S, 8S. Mike Shifley Sr. on the left versus Chris and Wallaby on the right. On deck will be Chris and the Max Slash versus Eddie Sato.
Hey, Kyle, did you run any finals yet?
No.
No. Let me know before you do, okay?
Yeah, this will be a little while.
Be a while yet? Okay. Okay, no finals were run
We
yet.
got a break here at the.
Kyle's over there working the boards over there. And this is a ladder board, so you got to lose twice in order to be out. I don't think there's any buy-ins like a normal RC drag race, and there's no rules. So when you line up on the line, it's the first guy to cross the end, unless you flip outside the track. We used to have that problem with the mud bog. You don't have it here with the dirt drags because that track is, that's going to hold you in there. Looks like we have Shifley, I think, coming up to the line right now. Shifley Sr., I believe, on the left-hand side. And looks like we have that XRT coming up on the right-hand side. I think this is a Creighton versus Traxxas right here. Well, Arma versus Traxxas. Mike Shifley on the left. Not sure who's on the right. That's the truck right there we're looking at, XRT. Oh no, we got another car up on the line right now. That is Chris Hardwick against Mike Shifley in that Mike Shifley in the Arma Creighton.
Driver's ready.
Woo, that was a close one. Not sure who got the win there.
The senior got that one.
Left lane got it. Mike Shifley Sr. It was a battle going down the track.
Are there any survivors?
They both hit the wall pretty hard.
Okay.
And we got a truck sitting out on the middle of the track right now. Chris Hardwick walking down there. They're both heading down to pick up their trucks.
It's alright. He's got an awesome set of tools.
He can fix it up, Mark says.
So this race will be Chris with the Max Slash versus Eddie Sato. On deck will be Artie in the J&H 2 versus David in the Outcast.
There was no control. Once you start to hit dry, your car loses control, and then it just goes wherever the fuck it wants. I don't do this no more. I'm not doing this shit. I'm not doing this shit. You pick me one ticket? Promise you. Can't spend too much money on this shit. We went from wearing a track last.
Looks like the sun is hitting our track pretty heavy right now.
Completely, yeah, it's smashed in. I don't even want to do it right now.
Oh, 50-50.
All right, 50-50.
Just please, leave it alone. Yep, already came out. Everything was on the fucking track. Fucking done.
Okay, 50-50. 360 895.
I deal with it too much.
Oh no!
You should have tried the tickets with me!
50-50.
50.
Russell, where are you?
50-50.
Russell.
who's the winner. I think Mark Spinelli wins about everything here.
Russell! I know! Russell! All right, Russell's going to kick himself in the ass. 360-895. It was $50 in case anybody wanted to know.
Got that big XRT sitting down on the track ready to go out there as they're reading off the 50-50.
We got Chris with the max slash.
Be a good time to let everybody know where we're at. And I hope everything's looking good on your end. I haven't heard anything for a while from you guys.
Okay, and the car raffle. Russell, shame on you, buddy. You should have took the ticket. Sorry about that. 50-50 Mark 1 was $50. Car raffle. I did it in there. Number 10 was your winner. Who wrote down on number 10? Let me guess, none of you know who.
As we're in a slight intermission right now, guys, I'm going to take time to say, hey, we're at Pheasantland RC Park in Boyertown, Pennsylvania. Come on out and check it out. It's free to watch. If you got a fast car, bring it on out and go against these guys because they definitely have some fast cars here today. Seen some 12S, seen a 12S in a Losi with a Max 5 in it. Looked like a pretty beefy machine. Blew the tire apart in practice today.
You don't even know. Well, Mr. Wyatt, you have a new throwing vehicle.
Not sure who.
Was even the one Wyatt wrote
somebody's
down.
yelling something that they just won something.
No, that was Wyatt. Wyatt wrote it down. Wasn't you? It's not your handwriting.
Okay, now we got Chris in the left versus Eddie in the right.
Thank you, guys.
Here we go. We got some trucks coming up to the line right now.
Don't look at him.
Lisa wasn't Spinelli.
Looks like we have a slash. This is a Chris Hardwick slash.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
Can't really tell for sure. We have that XRT in the right-hand lane.
Drivers ready.
Hard to tell, but Chris Hardwick's going to take the win
Chris.
there. XRT
Right,
was
now we
getting
got
out of
Artie
shape.
J&H2 versus David and the Outcast. On deck will be the Open, Mike Shifley Sr. versus Isaiah in the X-Max.
And it looks like the Max Slash picking up the win there against that XRT. In case you guys were wondering about that Max Slash, how it would do out here today. Looks like he's got a thin set of paddle tires on there, a ski out the back, and Max Slash going for the win. Two guys on the line right now.
Drivers ready.
Great race, right-hand lane. Looks like it's going to take it.
David.
David picking up the win in that last round.
The habit, all right? The habit.
All right, now we got Mike Sr. versus Isaiah in the X-Max. On deck, the Artie and Chris in the Rocket Red.
Mike Shifley Sr. against Isaiah. We got Artie Greenman coming across right in front of us right now.
Yeah, open.
That's Artie's truck. There goes Artie. Taking his truck for a walk before the race, I guess. We got Mike Shifley bringing his up. We'll see if we can't see what Mike's got going on right now.
Isaiah is
Here
in
comes
the right.
Mike with his Creighton. We'll be able to see who's going to be going where. Mike Shifley Sr. on the left-hand side with the Arma Creighton, Isaiah Hardwick in the right-hand side. And I don't know what vehicle he has. Chris has so many trucks, not sure what he's got there.
Drivers ready.
Close race there.
Yeah, that's a jump.
You can run them again.
Oh, we're calling a jump.
What's up to Isaiah? You doing a rerun or not? Okay, rerun.
Okay, we're going to do a rerun on that one there. So on a jump, they will line them back up again. I don't know if these guys, we used to go by a light. I think now they go by a buzzer. Not exactly sure. I think they go when the buzzer goes, and looks like one of them jumps, so they'll line them back up again. No rules RC drag racing here at Pheasantland RC Park. 132 foot, very loose dirt track.
Sorry about that.
Drivers ready.
Here we go, they're lined up again. Oh, good battle going on down the straightaway there.
Right lane.
Right lane's gonna pick up the win. That means Isaiah Hardwick picked up the win on that last run.
All right.
We'll see what car he brings back. We have Artie Greenman coming up to the line right now. What a battle we had on that last one there as Isaiah Hardwick picks up that win. That was an X-Max driven by Isaiah Hardwick.
After this, we will take a break until 4 o'clock. About 15, 20 minutes. Maybe a little bit less. But.
Right after this race, they will be breaking for a little bit, and maybe we'll do some interviews for you guys and have some of the guys bring the trucks over.
With the Rockway, right?
Yeah.
Got everything guarded up the best we could here today, and just still not quite enough. We got a lot of dust flying in here. Got the equipment all dirty, but it is what it is. How all you guys doing today? If you'd like, we're gonna interview some of the guys. If there's any of the trucks that you would like to see, I can get the guys to come over and bring those trucks over and talk about it. If there's any of them that you would like to see personally, just let me know on the chat here, and I'll have them bring it over. And we'll bring them. We'll do an interview with the guys. Any one of these trucks you want to hear more about, or any of the drivers' trucks you want to hear more about, just let me know, and I'll bring them over. We'll check them out.
Drivers ready.
Here we go.
Right lane, Chris.
Right lane picking up the win. I believe Artie was in the left-hand lane on that one there. Can you set up launch control that is on the Spectrum radio to control the wheel spin off the line? I don't know. These guys, I don't know if they have it on there or not, but we can talk to Chris about that. I'm sure that's one of the questions he can answer. And I think they're taking a break right now. Maybe we'll get some of the guys over here to talk to me. Kyle, are you braking right now? Okay. The guys are taking a break. What I'm going to do is I'm going to set up the camera right here off to the side. And look down the pit area, and I'll have some of these guys come in here and we'll talk with them. Hey, Joe, you want to do me a favor? Can you come right around the side here and just stand right in front of that banner somewhere? Because I want to make sure that I have everything set up to talk to some of the guys here. That looks pretty good. Move all the way to the left. All the way over the, okay, you're right, I'm sorry. That's pretty far. Move all the way over here to your left. All the way up here. Awesome, thanks. That's good. All right, Joe checking out some things for me. Now we'll talk to Chris Hardwick. We'll talk to some of the other guys, and if you guys have any questions, let me know. Hey, Chris.
Yeah, how's it going, man? Take it easy.
Why don't you bring your Mojave over here, Chris?
Hold on 1 second.
Okay.
1 second, Keith. What's up?
Why don't you bring your Mojave over here?
All right. Yeah.
We got a bee on the camera here. We'll see if we can't chase him away first. Got Chris Hardwick. He's going to be bringing over his Mojave because, make sure my zipper ain't down or anything like that. Pretty funny, right? We got Chris Hardwick coming over with his Mojave. We'll talk to him about that since this truck here is pretty fast. Come on over here, Chris. You can stand right here if you want. That way that thing don't stab me there. We'll talk about that too. So, you know, one of the guys said that truck there is pretty fast stock. Your truck isn't stock though, is it?
No, definitely isn't stock.
How much modification do you have in that truck?
I mean, just a motor. That's basically it right now, and a gearing.
So stock truck, but a big motor in there.
Yep, and a little bit higher gearing.
And what S are you running? What LiPo?
Actually, it's 60C 8S.
Okay, 8S. Let's check it out. Take the body off there, and you can lift that up and flip that over so guys can see it. Right there's our camera, so we're looking at this camera right here. Hold it up here. Sorry about that, as we've got Chris's batteries falling out of there for him, but this is his Arma, right? Yeah, Arma Mojave, and it's got a modified motor in there, and Chris does really well with this. Have you lost this truck yet today?
Oh, yeah, I did actually. Just got eliminated.
Who'd you lose to?
Tell you the truth, I couldn't even tell you. I think it was Mike Shifley.
Okay, all right. So this truck here, that's out for the day, and it looked like a pretty fast truck. Also, you got a long skid plate on the back. Guys are asking what that is. They're pretty new to all this.
It's a
piece of aluminum.
Aluminum.
Yeah.
When everybody gets
real flimsy though. It's not like aluminum that you get from like Lowe's.
Yeah.
It's more flexible. It's like stuff you use for like a car. So it's real flexible.
So you want it to spring back, right?
Exactly. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. You don't want that thing it being stuck down there because you want the car to lift up a little bit and really get some bite.
Get off the front wheels so that the wheels can get a little bit, so it actually can ride on the rear wheels a little bit. You know.
Now somebody else asked if you were running any kind of like launch control on like a Spectrum, like Spectrum has.
Oh yeah, no.
No, you're just when the buzzer goes, you're gone, right?
Yeah. Well, if you saw in the last video, you watched it, it just lost control and it just went right into the wall.
Do you have any Expo dialed in or anything like that?
No, I don't. Yep. So
all right, he's full wide open when that thing goes.
Yep. Basically 100 punch. Yep.
Okay, you still in? I'm sure you're still in a lot of. I'm still in.
I got a Lozy DBXL in there. I got my Kids X Max. I got the Talon still in there right now, and the Max Slash.
And Isaiah's doing really well, so you might go against him today. He's still in it, right?
I'm hoping so. I'm hoping so.
Could be a father-son battle, right?
Yeah.
All right, good luck, Chris.
Thank you very much.
Okay, Chris Hardwick with his Mojave, and that is out already for the day. We'll see if we can't get Mike Shifley Sr. over here. Hey, Mike Sr., you want to come on over here? Bring your truck with you. Okay, we got Mike's truck coming over. And you guys get a better shot at this here. So Mike, stand right over here. You can have your truck right in front of us here like that. Probably want to hold that up. I know it's heavy. We'll show them quick because it's a monster, right?
Yeah, you want the body on?
Yeah, well, no, we'll leave the body on for now, but spin right here. You stand right here, and we're looking right at that camera there. Okay, so this is Mike Shifley Sr. with his Arma Creighton 8S, 10S. What do you got?
This is an 8S.
An 8S, far from stock, right?
Yeah, it's far from stock.
So guys, thinking that they're running some stock trucks on here, and most of them aren't, are they?
No.
No, they're all modified up. You guys did so much to them during the mud bogs that it all transferred over the dirt drags.
Yes, I had it souped up for the mud bogs. I had to take some power out of it for the dirt drags, but we seem to be getting there.
Yeah, so how much invested do you think you have in this truck right now?
I got probably 2,500.
Okay. A lot of money invested, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe more.
I got somebody out here running a nitro, but you can set it down now, Mike. Maybe let's pop the body off it. Mike Shifley's going to show you what it looks like underneath the body here. And go ahead and lift that up since we can't see that. But okay, so Mike's got a lot of aluminum parts underneath this truck here. Look at all the aluminum here. Here, big motor. That's not a stock motor, is it?
Has 800 kV.
All right, 800 kV, pushing 8S and stock speed control. No, nothing stock anymore in that.
Stock, really.
Yeah, it's all modified truck. And have you lost yet with this truck today?
Yes, I lost once.
Okay, so you got one more to go. Who beat you?
Go. Chris Hardwick.
Chris. Okay, Chris Hardwick. Not.
He's tough.
So Mike's still in it. We're going to see him. Is this the open class or 8S class?
This is the 8S class.
Is there an open class?
Yes.
All right. And how you doing in that?
Oh, I got knocked
Oh,
out.
you got knocked out.
Chris got me in the left.
All right.
Or his son got me.
So, Mike, thank you, Mike. Mike Shifley Sr. still in the 8S class. We're all good to go, and that's his truck right there.
Okay,
Thanks.
Thank you.
Yep. Okay, and you guys can see some of the vehicles that I have behind me here. We have, this is John Delbane, Joe Maloney, Mark Spinelli, all behind me here. They're running the Losi motorcycle. That's pretty much straight up stock. I see a Rustler here. We have the Arma Outcast, and that's, I believe, what this is right here. It's an Outcast. I can see it right on the front. This looks pretty stock, though, compared to everybody else out there. Hey, Mike Shifley Jr., why don't you bring a truck up here for me? Next up is going to be Mike Shifley Sr.'s son, Mike Shifley Jr., and Jr. was seen, if you check out some of my shorts that I have posted, there's quite a few that went viral, and Mike Shifley Jr. is in one of those viral videos, him and his wife going side by side in what I called the best drag race ever. So Mike Shifley Jr. bringing up an XRT here. Come on right down here. Keep coming. There we go. All right, Mike Shifley Jr., how are you doing today?
Not too bad. This track's a little bit different than what I'm used to.
Yeah,
I always like the mud.
Yeah, you had a lot of bite in the mud. Now you ain't got that no more. Now you're running pretty much. Tell us about this truck you're running.
It's something new this year. Cut Badlands. Cut them in an articulated paddle so that they look like a paddle, but not as much bite. Still getting used to the XRT. I like the X-Max a lot better.
And how stock is this truck?
It's not stock.
It's not. None of these are, right?
None of the ones I have are.
Okay, so we have an XRT here. It's all modified up, he says. It definitely has different A-arms on it. Looks like a big motor inside there. Tell us about that.
Castle system in it. Same as I was running in the X-Max in the mud.
8S or 12S?
8S. Never ventured into 12 yet. Okay. That's when you start breaking stuff.
Are you still in it today?
I am, yes.
Okay, how many losses have you had with this truck
I
here?
don't have any yet so far.
Oh, he's so far going the distance all the way. Is your wife still in it today?
Unfortunately, she's not.
Okay.
She did good last month. I don't know. She's spinning a little bit more on the track this time, so we'll try again next month with her.
So you know one of the viral videos that I have on my channel is you and your wife going tandem down the track there, side by side in synchronized truck. Looked awesome.
That was an awesome run. Those two, I still have those two X-Maxes. They're basically the same.
And a lot of people ask me, did you set both those trucks up? Obviously you did.
Yes, yeah. We set both of them up. They basically have the same combos in them, just a little bit different settings in the ESC.
But how hard is it to get that look like you and your wife? That was amazing, wasn't it?
It was. I always wanted them to wheelie for that, we're in the mud. And I got the wheelie out of hers finally, and they looked identical.
Yeah, that was amazing. All right, Mike Shifley Jr., he's still in it today with this XRT, and good luck today, Mike.
Thank you, Mark.
Okay. Looks like we have this gas machine up here on the line against Juan Maldonado. I'm not sure what truck he's got, but I better duck underneath the tent here. I'm going to get blasted. That thing was ripping. I wish I would have got some footage for you on that there, guys. I go back underneath the tent here.
that light about halfway out.
Okay, looks like somebody bumped our control there while we were talking. Maybe it was me, who knows, while I was moving my hand around. But this, put my ears back on here so I can hear everything. So these, you know, these new cameras that I'm using, the OBSBot Tail Air, are really awesome. As we're watching this thing line up here, these guys warming up these gas trucks and stuff, taking some runs down the track. Is this drag race? Yes, we're in an intermission right now. We're doing some interview with the guys. Hang on briefly for a second here as we get these guys are taking some test runs while we're under intermission right now. We'll leave everything set up on the track. If you just joined us, it's intermission time right now in between the races. We still got a lot of racing to go. RC drag racing. We see these guys messing around, having a good time, taking some runs. They're all going down the track at the same time as I leaving everything up right now. Gas truck's a little hard to talk over, so we'll wait till he's done here. Here we go, we got a whole bunch at the one time. And that gas truck looks really good. I don't know if he's racing today. I don't know if there's an open or a gas. Have to readjust the focus at the end of the track. It's all blurry, could be. Could be more than just that, though. I mean, it's more than probably just blurry. So probably what we got is we're running really low quality just to push this stream out today. These guys are just running some practice runs right now, having a good time. We're under intermission right now for the RC drag racing. And that gas car is a beast. Man, that thing looks cool. I don't even know what that is. I'm gonna try to set up my interview tent a little bit better, so while we're doing that, just hang in there. If you just joined us today, we're at Pheasantland RC Park in Boyertown, Pennsylvania for RC drag racing. It's intermission time right now. The guys are messing around. The guys running the boards had to go take a break, so we'll be going back to racing very shortly if you just joined in. Yeah, you know what? That gas buggy does look really good. That thing, he's ripping it down the side of the track right now. And that's got a lot of power. Looks like a lot of fun. He's bringing it right in front of us. I don't know if he's going to bring it out on the track or not. Again, sounds like it. Here we go. So as soon as the buggy's done running here, maybe we'll talk a little bit. It does look like an old HPI Baja, or I don't even know what model they call those things, honestly, but it looks like a lot of power. I have a Losi buggy, and it don't nearly have the power of that. That thing looks all modified up.
Yo, I think it's crazy.
Now we can hear everything okay.
I don't know, Sally. That was close.
Looks like the guys are lined up taking another all run again.
You go on one.
3, 2, 1.
Guys just out there having fun right now. If you're just joining in, we got intermission going right now. The people who run the boards to keep everything straight, they had to go in and take a break. They're grabbing something to eat. So right now it is intermission. The guys are having some fun on the track, playing around with the cars. We just had a nitro buggy out there, and the thing was ripping. Really sounded good. So I'm going to have to adjust something on my camera here while I'm sitting here talking. Hopefully I can do that. We'll see if I can. Meanwhile, you guys are watching some of the practice that's going on.
You're out of control. You're out of control. You're out of control. People, when I cut you off.
No. I'm trying to get away from you. I was good until Jimmy decided to go back.
Yeah, Jimmy does the sweet.
Let's try this here.
3, 2, 1.
Just bear with me, guys. We got practice going on. I'm going to be adjusting one of my cameras. I was doing some interviewing earlier, and then all of a sudden the camera just kind of took off on its own, so I need to go change some settings on the camera here so it doesn't do that. Looks like I can do that now.
I always got a root for that thing. You ain't calling.
3, 2, 1.
I'm not trying to break your balls or anything. Out of the box. Out of the box. I put a sticker on it. I didn't even put the high-speed pinion on there or nothing like that. The little one. Look, and the tires are all.
All right, it is time to start back up racing again.
Looks like they're going to...
You good?
3, 2, 1.
Who was ever on the left jump? I lost that one.
Jimmy.
I did.
So again, guys, we are having an intermission right now. And during this time, I'm trying to reset some things on one of my cameras. That way it doesn't create some problems.
All right, 2S,
Okay, looks like we got out of that.
Brian Tagliver versus Mark and a Slash. Wyatt, so sad, got a yawn on the other body. Winners bracket. We're going to do 2 rounds of winners bracket like we did before. Did anybody work on that thing down there for you? I don't know either.
And it hits the ground.
Oh, I've launched it. That's why the pickup truck fired. Oh, that was a truck to begin with? Yeah. I like to know if it was a truck.
Okay, nice. Looks like we have everything set back up in our camera that we needed to. Was trying to do an interview earlier. I'm not sure how it worked out, but I was interviewing some of the guys, and my camera kind of went rogue on me a little bit.
Next race it needs to be backwards.
Drivers ready.
Here we go. We got some drag racing going on. As looks like 2S class. We're back to racing again.
Tag lever.
Got our camera fixed up for the interviews. So the cameras I'm using today, guys, they seem to work really well. You do have to turn off hand gestures or else
Joe
they'll...
Maloney, 2S 4-wheel drive. Winner goes to the final. On deck, we Dan Stutzman and John N. Green. Tag lever, you got to buy 3S, 4S.
As I was saying earlier, the cameras that I'm using today are the OBSBot Tail Air, and they work really good with the remote control. 3 OBSBot Tail Air cameras today. We have one where you're looking right now. You guys can see what classes they're running. It's a ladder system. You can see. The other camera we have is this camera here, and it's looking down the track. We were catching some of the racing action coming at us, and that camera is catching that one there. And we have this camera here, and that's the one that's following me underneath the tent here. I'm all covered up because these rocks are flying and hitting the tent, flying up over at the vehicle behind me, which is my truck. Here we go. Nice close race going down the track.
Told you I was catching up to you. Might not be this week. Might be this time.
Rerun.
All right. there sooner than I thought.
All I saw was something like this. I thought he was leaving. I was ready to say bye, but I don't know. He's still here.
They rustle through a little something.
See, I got to root for Rustler because that's my tires on that Rustler that I'm rooting for.
Come on, baby, time to shine.
Driver's ready. Left lane, tag lever.
Left lane, picking up the win. Tag lever as I'm trying to get the camera set up so we can see these guys going down the track.
Yeah, because Joe got him off the line.
That is my farthest camera away. That's why it's giving me a little bit of trouble.
All right, now we got Dan Stutzman versus John Green.
We're going to leave it right there. Now we have, so right now we have the main camera right now, and that's what's looking over everything that you guys are seeing right now. And then we have another camera that's looking over there at the leaderboards, and you can see what's going on. The guys are walking over and seeing where they line up. Cars come in through here and get on the track. That's one of the OBSBot tail air cameras. And we have another OBSBot tail air camera right here to catch the action as the cars come down the racetrack. And then we have one that's focused on me right here underneath the tent. The tent's all blocked off, so I can't really see the racetrack besides looking on the screen where I'm doing right now. That's all the camera settings that we have. You can see another race coming up to the line right now. Looks like John Delbane on the right-hand side. Wasn't sure who the other person was.
This is 3S, 4S. Okay. Driver's ready.
Looks like left-hand lane's going to win it.
Yay, Papa!
Looked like Pop-Pop. That must have been Dan, right? Dan picking up the win.
All right. 6S, 8S, Artie versus
6S, 8S coming up to the line. Outlaw Farmer RC, thanks for broadcasting this today. Can't wait to watch the next oval race. The New Jersey coverage was great, thank you. Guys, I'm still trying hard. I mean, I think every time I think I have this all wrapped up, I really don't. I run into internet is what I run into is the problem. We have no, I'm out of range for the track's internet today, and I only have my internet, so that's why things are, that's why they're buffering, and I'm sorry. If you just tuned in and you got some glitching going on, that's all on my end, it's not your end. It's because I just don't have enough internet here today. But we're making do with what we got. The oval races, I'm closer to the building, so I can pick up the internet a little bit better. I usually like to have these things figured out before I go out and do all this, but I thought we were going to be okay, but obviously we're not. Got to pick up some internet extenders or whatever, I don't even know. Still learning all this.
You're in the left. Yep.
Are you answering the no donation questions? Yes, I am. I still am. I just thank you for anybody who puts up a donation. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. Every time we go live, we pretty much go backwards, and the stream looks kind of horrible, really, if you ask me. But we're doing our best here to try to bring you guys the best coverage we can. And I'm going to be upgrading my equipment again this week, as I found some problems where I can make things a little bit better. Great race going down the track there, right lane. That looks like Mike Shifley Jr. picking up the win there.
And we got Joseph in the Creighton versus Isaiah in the Talon. On deck, Joseph with the infraction versus John Delvane.
A range extender would be good set up halfway, you in the hobby shop. That's probably what I'm gonna have to buy. It's just like every week it seems like, you know, I just run out of money buying all this stuff. But no, I do need a range extender, I guess, to go from me to the hobby shop. Because that's really the only thing that was holding us up today from really putting out a top quality broadcast. But it's the first time I'm doing this. I haven't been out here to do the drag racing live yet, so this is the first time for me doing that. And we're all the way out the end of the parking lot, so that's one of the problems. I have my own internet, and that's what's carrying us through today. So yeah, we have some dropped frames, not quite 1% of the total, but there's still some out there. Here we go.
Driver's ready.
Right lane picking up the win, one truck into the wall. Ran into a couple problems here today because setting up out here where we're at. Number one, we had to protect ourselves from all the rocks flying around. I had to get my camera up in the air really high, so I got it up on a pole.
Right,
that all seems to be working really good.
John Delbane. On deck will be Mark with the Creighton and Isaiah with the Rocket Ray. For the open.
Sounds like Mark Spinelli with the Creighton, Isaiah Hardwick. It's going to be a battle. Watch, we can see Mark's truck coming out of here. Mark Spinelli got John Delbane heading out to the track right now.
Right now it's Joseph and John Delbane.
There we go, Joe and John Delbane coming out on the track right now.
And Isaiah, right?
Yep.
With the rocket rag.
Yep.
John Delbane on the right-hand side. Getting ready to go down the 132-foot dirt drag strip. Loose dirt. These guys come out here and do this twice a month.
Driver's ready.
John getting a launch off the straightaway there. You can see his truck going right by the other truck into the wall. John Delbane picking up the win on the right-hand side. John's been doing the mud drags and the loose dirt drags now for quite a while. He's been out here for a couple years. We started the mud bogs, I think, like about 4 years ago, and all these guys came from the mud bogs into this dirt drag here, really having a good time. They just enjoy hanging out with everybody, and that's what it's all about. Mark Spinelli from New Jersey coming out here on the right-hand side. I think they said it's a Creighton, but it looks like it has an Outcast body on it. This looks like Chris Hardwick coming out on the right. Chris is setting up the truck, but it's going to be Isaiah driving it. Isaiah right there in the green shirt.
After this race, 2S two-wheel drive winners bracket, Brian Tagliver versus Wyatt.
Chris likes to make sure his trucks are all set up, especially for his son Isaiah.
Driver's ready.
Here we go. Close race. Looks like Isaiah's going to take it.
Right lane, and he don't.
Isaiah picking up the win.
You want to run again? Huh? You can run again.
And we were talking with these guys earlier, and if you were listening to what they had to say, almost none of these trucks here are stock. They're all modified, and they made all the modifications during the mud bogs because you needed all that power to get out of that mud.
Brian Taglever versus Wyatt Yon. The winner will go to the final.
If you go to your camera on your tent, then you see a big car is that XRT. Everyone's question? Yes. Yes. Mass Game Boy, I answer everybody's question. If you have a question, just put it up there. What's the fastest RC car you have ever seen? That's, well, fast is measured a couple different ways. Here we go.
Drivers ready.
Oh, we got him into the wall.
Wyatt
picking up the win.
Goes to the final.
And he's going to go to the final round, I think, in that two-wheel drive 2S class. We haven't seen any finals yet today, so we're just joining in. None of the finals have been run yet. What's the fastest RC car you have ever seen? That's, you know, that's a really good question because I haven't seen...
All right, now we got Dan Stutzman versus Brian Taglever. Winner goes to the final.
Okay, winner goes to the final. This next race here. Taglever versus Dan Stutzman. Dan Stutzman looks like he has that Stampede that I've seen for many years. Never wanted to give up on it. Dan's been...
After Dan and Brian, it will be John Delbane versus Isaiah in the town.
I was trying to get Dan to get rid of that Stampede for many years. He wouldn't give it up.
Shifley Jr., you're on the bye for that one.
Dan on the left-hand side. Taglever on the right-hand side.
Winner of this one goes to the final.
Winner goes to the final, and we'll see if Dan can make it. Dan makes it down the semifinal round often through the mud bogs or the drags, but see if he can do it today.
Drivers ready.
Looks like
Right lane.
Taglever's going to pick up the win there. Dan's not going to move on. Unless that was his first loss. So back to that question, what's the fastest RC car you have ever seen? Well, you know, I would have to say probably at the drag races when I went to New Jersey and seen some of these cars go 2 point or 1.6 seconds. And I have it on one of my videos. That's probably the fastest car I've seen. I don't know how fast it was, but 1.6 seconds and 132 feet, that was pretty awesome. I think that's probably the fastest car I've seen, but I don't know how fast it was going. Now these mud bog guys, I don't know if they have speed, but they got a ton of power. So when the mud was 4 inches thick and they had to get down the track, and they were getting down the track in 2 seconds, floating right across the top of the water. I mean, that's power too, but I don't know how fast they went. So some of these big trucks that are here today, I mean, I've seen them fly down the mud bog, and you're not going to see them all that fast on this loose dirt because they're spinning the wheels.
John Delbane versus Isaiah in the town. Mike Jr.'s got the bye.
After the stream, we're going to watch that. Yeah, I got...
John Delbane versus Isaiah.
You have to check out one of my long-form videos. I don't think it's on a live. It's on a long-form video.
You heard that, John?
And I think it's, you know, racing in New Jersey or something like that.
We'll give him time because he's going to need time. It'll be Chris versus Isaiah. Chris with the Delozzi and Isaiah with the Rocket. You guys are on deck with that also.
Sorry, it's not racing in New Jersey. It's Street Eliminator Racing or something like that on one of my long-form videos. Just go to my channel, look at videos, and look for drag racing. And I think I have it on the thumbnail as 1.6 seconds or something like that, or 1.4. It's pretty crazy, really fast, and that was the fastest that I've seen. And that was with a 2S drag car, so it's not even with one of these big 8S cars. waiting for these guys to bring their cars up to the line right now. They're looking at the boards, checking out what's going on. Do you have a RC car? I have, oh man, I think I have probably 60 RC cars. I do get a lot of cars from different manufacturers. Traxxas does send me quite a few cars, and I do reviews on them. So, you know, my favorite car there for a while was the Sledge, because I won the Mud Bog with a Sledge, and I really like that. I have an X-Max though. I have a Sledge. I have a Rustler that I was going to put 6S in it, and currently, well, it's been on the back burner, but I have a car that I want to put a 12S in it. Not really going for speed, just like raw power, you know, and see how it flies across the field. But so I have a lot of RC cars. If you look at my channel and all the unboxing stuff I have, I still have all those cars. I never sell anything. I do like the Max Slash, so if you're looking for a, you know, a fast car out of the box, I think the Sledge, well, they're all fast, but the Max Slash seemed pretty fast. And I beat the crap out of that, and that thing really did well when we tested that in our video. Whoa, sorry about the wind. Now we got the wind blowing across the... Give me a second, guys. Woo! One into the wall. We just got that. I gotta fix my mic. My mic just fell off. Hang in there. You're gonna hear some popping going on. Sorry about that. We got it fixed. You know, I use these Rode mics and they work really good, but I really wish they would have a better way to attach one of these dead cats that you put on top of mics.
Isaiah and a rock.
Because I think they're just crap.
Rocket for Tristan Delosi. After this race, we will be going to the losers bracket.
No finals have been run yet today. Nice. How much is a Max Slash? I don't have any idea. But I had, you know, I have a lot of cars that I really do like. The Arma Creighton right out of the box. That did win one of the mud bogs here. And we literally took it out of the box, ran it right through the mud and won the mud bog. And there was about, I'm going to say maybe, I don't know, 70 entries that day. Nothing done to it, totally stock. Now these guys have really modded up trucks, so I wouldn't stand a chance against them right now. But the Arma Creighton is a really good truck that I really had no problems with. And it's wore out. It's been through the pressure washer several times and the mud bog a few times, but that's a good truck. The Max Slash, oh, we beat the crap out of that and did, you have to check out my video on that where I do the Max Slash unboxing, and we run it at a motocross track and jump a few of the hills there. We take it to the car wash, we wash it all up, and people are freaking out about that, but that's what I do with all my cars, honestly. I pull the batteries and wash them at the car wash. Max Slash, though, really, really good truck, and not just because Traxxas sends me that truck. I just think the abuse that we put it through, and I seen one run here today. They're a very fast truck. Now, here at the Mud Bog, well, when we had the Mud Bogs here, I seen Arma Talon was a really fast truck. So that truck would make it down the mud bog quite a bit. but there was times where it'd blow apart and not make it, so it's not a very reliable truck. I did see it break a lot, where I seen other trucks do better in the mud, and the Arma Talon not as much. So you guys that are Arma Talon guys, sorry, I don't mean to beat up on your truck and everything, but very fast, but just not reliable. It depends. You're looking for speed, well, and it's a good thing. It's a good truck. Here at the drag races, we do see a lot of X-Maxes, so Mike Shifley Jr., as we're waiting for these guys to get lined up here. You can see what I got going on too.
Y'all good over there?
Mike Shifley Jr., we were talking to him earlier today, and if you look through my shorts, especially the ones that went viral, him and his wife were drag racing through the mud bog, and in the trucks were, they looked like they were synchronized. I call it the best drag race ever. It really was too. I haven't seen a better race than that, and as far as the drag race goes, especially with two X-Maxes. So he's running an XRT today, but he said he just can't quite get it dialed in like his X-Max. So he's thinking about heading back to using his X-Max again. He is in the semifinals, and we'll see if he can go farther today. So you guys just joining in, this is the setup that I have going today here at the Pheasantland RC Park in Boyertown, Pennsylvania. I'm underneath this tent, and if I move the camera for you guys, you can see what it looks like underneath here. So I'm staring right into a banner. I can't even see the track because when these cars take off, it's wild, man. There's rocks flying right up against the tent here, and I had to do something to block all the dust, and you can see my equipment's getting pounded by dirt and dust because it's still coming in from the side. So I guess I'm gonna have to get a tent that's covered on all sides.
Isaiah,
You know, just one more
right.
thing that I need. Why not, right?
After this race, loser bracket, John in the blue versus Joe in the bike.
I didn't know you did that. I was thinking you just did things with grave diggers and big trucks with trailers. Dude, I do everything, and I really do. We got, looks like we got a 2S getting lined up here on the track right now. We'll make sure we don't miss them. Hard to see what it might not be a 2S. Got a big old skid plate on the back.
Drivers ready.
Right-hand lane.
Chris, you were sleeping.
Chris Hardwick got beat by his son, Isaiah, on that last run. So, Masked Game Boy says he thought that I was just into the grave diggers and big trucks. Not true at all. I'm into everything. I really am. I love the fly RC planes. I'm really into that. I don't do it all the time, but I just love doing it when I do it. I got sent some RC excavators just this week from wave-rc.com. You're going to see that come up on the channel this week, and I absolutely love it. These RC hydraulic excavators just are amazing, I think, the way they work. Very expensive. That part of the hobby is just crazy, you know, with the tractor trailers and the construction equipment, but something I just really enjoy messing with. I'm also very big into.
John in blue and Joe on the left, Joe on the right.
Here we go. We got the next step
Brian
coming up.
Padlever, you're on deck.
Looks like Joe Maloney on the right-hand side and John Delbane, I think, on the left-hand side, they were saying. But I do a lot of different things, including oval racing. I probably do more oval racing than anything, just because that's what I do weekly, whether it be on the channel here or on the track.
Drivers ready.
Here we go, next race. And they are trying to get off the line. It's the first one to cross the line. They can't do it. Look at it, it's going crazy down there. The bike can't get straightened out, neither can the car, but the car goes across the line first.
We got John.
Should have kept that.
All right, we got Mark in the slash versus Brian Tag.
Should have kept the camera on the one. Looks like.
Drive. Mark in the slash versus Lion of Turk. Joe Maloney.
I guess Isaiah might have won that one if he was out there. I'm not sure. Or Joe Maloney taking that bike back. Looked like a battle. They couldn't get off the line. Neither one of them. Pretty cool looking. But yeah, so I do more racing, oval racing than probably anything. I have an RC controller in my hand pretty much every day. I put up 2 shorts a day, long form every now and then, and live every now and then. So I'm always busy on the channel, always messing with RC, anything. And I expanded it and everything, and I love it.
Drivers ready.
Another great race. Looks like right-hand lane's going to pick up the win.
All right, now we got Mark with the slash versus Lion of Turk.
So all the stuff that I get sent to me, I don't sell any of it. Because you never know if I'm going to need it in a video down the road or whatever, so I hang on to it all. And a lot of this stuff is really good. So I hate to say it, but this cheap China crap that I get is actually pretty amazing. It's hard to beat it up. Not as powerful as, you know, like some of these big trucks and stuff, but they are pretty durable.
Versus John, and then Mark and Nuts is Dan Stutzman.
And as I was saying, I do more oval racing than anything. So I have about, I have maybe 4 or 5 tracks of slash. Trucks that were converted over to a Mud Boss car, and because I have so many of them, that's probably what I use the most. Do you have a video when you show your collection, or not going to gain, or your gains make one? I'm not going to show my collection because, you know.
Drivers ready.
Good race.
Left lane.
Left lane's going to pick up the win.
All right, now we got Mark in blue versus John. On deck, Mark in Nuts versus Dan Stutzman.
Mark, who won that one there? I did. Good job. Mark Spinelli picking up the win over Lonnie D. Turk in that last race. So am I going to show my collection? No, I'm not going to show my collection because, I don't know, I don't really need to do that. I just have a lot of RC stuff. I have a little bit of everything. And I can tell you, I enjoy using it all, guys. So that's why the channel kind of took the road that it went, you know, with showing helicopters, airplanes, trucks, construction equipment, racing, oval racing. It went that route because I'm into it all. Really, I just love it. Somebody says, hey, let's go do this. Well, I grab my camera and my cars and let's go do it. See, do you have any tips for my first RC car? Well, let me know what you like to do. Do you like bashing? Do you like racing? Do you like crawling?
We'll give John a second here.
No, and you're not bothering me either. That's okay. I'm glad people are commenting. I like when people comment on the live, especially those asking questions that want to get into RC racing or just RC in general. So let me know. You say you're looking at getting your first RC car, racing, oval racing, or drag racing, or what type of racing? And is there any tracks around you? And I guess it really depends in what part of the country you're at, or whether you're even in this country, as far as when it comes to racing, because, you know, here in the Northeast, in the Pennsylvania area, there's a lot of racing. You can oval race pretty much every night of the week, except for one night, I think Monday night. a truck that can go fast and off-road. Okay. Well, you know, a nice...
Driver's ready.
Here we go. Right lane.
We got Dan.
You're not in America, that's okay.
You gotta see it, John. You get it fixed.
The best, you're in Netherlands, cool. Thank you for joining in today, I do appreciate it. The best thing to do would be to check your local, I mean, really, Facebook. Probably get on Facebook and join some of the groups and find other people with your same interest. And that's gonna be the easiest way to find out your next move. So if you wanna get into some kind of truck racing, or maybe monster truck racing, very cool. You know, yeah, I'm looking for one of those myself, because why not? Because I need something else to do. But look on Facebook, join a group, start asking, hey, who's in my area? Where do you race at? And then you can kind of narrow it down. If they race oval, if they race off-road, then you can kind of see which way you want to go. But don't just run out there and buy a car or a truck and then find out you have nowhere to use it, because racing is what kept me in this hobby.
Yeah, it was all front wheel drive.
See, I had jumped in this hobby. I bought a Traxxas Slash. I went oval racing, and I did a lot of oval racing, and now I do a lot of everything else. But what got me in this hobby was finding other people with the same interest, and the fact that you can go somewhere and knowing that you have other people to race, that keeps you coming back. So that is important. If you buy a truck just to go out in the bash in your yard, it's fun for maybe about 10 minutes, then you get bored of it. So I would, you know, look for a club or other people to go have fun with, and then you know you can keep going back and having fun with those people. Yeah, plus ask your local hobby shop that too. Outlaw Farmer says, Masked Game Boy, you should, you know, go to your local hobby shop where you're at and tell them, you know, find out the different clubs around your area or racetracks around your area, or maybe even there's some bashing courses around your area, and say, where can I go hang out with other like-minded people? And they'll help you right out and get you started in the right direction. And then once you get to the club or track that you're going at, ask questions. Just walk up to the guys and say, hey, I want to get started. This looks really cool. And if somebody does that to me, I'm more than happy to answer questions and help them out, get their car set up, stuff like that. It's definitely what I enjoy doing. And I think you'll find a lot of people that like doing the same thing. So don't be afraid to ask people, especially ones in your area. All these guys here, they come, you know, a couple hours away because they know other people are going to be here. They have a good time hanging out with the people. It's a good, friendly competition all day. Here we go. We got two trucks lined up on the line right now.
Driver's ready.
Oh, one into the wall hard.
All right, now we got 6S, 8S.
6S, 8S trucks coming up to the line next.
On deck, Joseph in the infraction versus Mike Shipley Sr.
So the truck I do use the most is the, if I hadn't said it already, it is the Traxxas Slash. And it's not the fastest truck. It's a basic, you know, inexpensive truck. It's got a BL2S motor in it. And just because that I'm able to take that truck with a modified body on it and go race other people, several times throughout the week. If I decide I want to do that, I can. That's why I'm still in this hobby, because there's always somebody there to go race and have fun with, and that's what it's all about, hanging out with your friends and having a good time too. So my basher trucks and stuff, I don't, I barely use them really. Matter of fact, I don't think I've ever taken a truck out just to bash it and break it. I don't see any fun in that at all. Some of you guys I'm old too, so take that in consideration. I'm an old guy. So taking stuff out and breaking it's really not my thing, but taking it out and racing it and breaking it, well, that happens, so is what it is there. Like today, these guys might hit the wall and destroy their trucks, go home and rebuild it again, but they probably wouldn't come out here by themselves and destroy it all by themselves. We got a 6S, 8S matchup coming up to the line next, I think they said. We're not into the final rounds yet, so we still have a long way to go. I don't know how many entries they got today, but I'm pretty sure it was quite a bit. I'm going to turn down the volume a little bit or just keep talking while somebody's pulling up here. I'm always afraid people are gonna act rude. Well, you know what? People are rude, and here we go.
Drivers ready.
Right lane. Chris Hardwick picking up the win there.
All right, now we got Joseph in the infraction versus Shifley Sr. on deck. Hardy versus Joseph Creighton. John Delbane with the bye.
So you're always afraid people are going to react rude to you, but you know what? You don't worry about other people. And if they do, so what? Who cares? I mean, you know how many people have reacted rude to me? Look at some of the comments on my videos. I'm like a brick wall. Those comments don't affect me one bit because I really don't care. I'm having a good time. I got one life to live, and I'm happy living the life that I want. So I just don't let people. I don't let people get to me. I really don't. But you will see, rude comments on my channel. I just laugh it off. I don't have time for people like that, honestly.
Drivers ready.
Woo, good run. Joseph picking up the win over Mike Shifley Sr. there in the right.
Versus Joseph Integrating. John Dalbane's got a bye. Chris with the Rocket Ray versus Isaiah.
Looks like we had a little glitching going on there. But back to what we were saying, you don't worry about people. You do what makes you happy, and life's short, and that's all I can say. If they need to feel good by making fun of you, don't worry about it. Do what makes you happy. Oh, I hear something going on. It sounds like it might be across the street.
What's on?
Right now, it's Artie and Joseph versus Creighton, Chris and the Rocket Ray, and Isaiah's X-Max on deck in the open. Artie in the left, Joseph on the right.
Okay, we're going to turn down the tone just a little bit because we got the neighbors across the street there. You might be able to hear that in the background. I'm really not sure or not. Here we go.
Drivers ready.
we got a battle going on, and looks like they collided.
Lane, Joseph.
Joseph picking up the win. Again, if you're just joining in, this is no rules drag racing here. Now you line up at the line. The first guy to cross the line there at the end wins no matter how you get there. You can run into the guy. You can hold him up if you want. That's the way the racing goes.
On deck is Mark McCrane and Chris Alosi.
And the guys love it because, you know, you can't control it. It's loose dirt. The cars are sideways, and you can't control it. So, plus, maybe you might want to get into the side of the guy and hold him up a little bit if you really don't have a chance. No rules drag racing's a lot of fun. You can't do it with everything, obviously. You can't do it with this no prep street drag cars because you destroy the cars. I mean, you can do it here too, but they take it pretty good. They bounce off each other pretty good and keep going. They just don't bounce off that wall very good. Got Isaiah Hardwick down here on the right-hand side. Get down in these ladder rounds.
Drivers ready.
What a run on left-hand side's going to win it. Chris Hardwick's going to pick up the win, so it's Chris over his son Isaiah.
All right, now we got Mark in the Creighton versus Chris in the Losi.
Mark in the crate.
After this, we are going to go to 6S, 8S, finish up the winner's bracket with that. So Shifley Jr. and Isaiah in the Talon is on deck for 6S, 8S, and then we will go to loser's bracket.
How old do you have to be to sign up? It's all ages. Chris Hardwick, his son, does really well here at the drags. I don't know how old he is, but Chris teaches him a lot, and you know, he's over there working on those trucks right now. So you learn a little bit about mechanics, have a good time, and friendships and stuff like that. There's no different age groups. There's no novice. It's you bring a truck here, you race it. Did I ever buy an RC car from Temu or AliExpress? No, I did not. So I don't know how that would go. I love to watch the RC truck channel, so when there are open day and stuff. Okay. I will be back at Cabin Fever Expo this year, so if you guys like my big truck stuff, you know, the tractor trailers, the construction, all that, I will be back there this year. Back for both days. Hopefully I have to go talk with the promoters, but I'm sure they won't have a problem with me coming back since we got millions of views on the videos from that place there. I have a truck trailer myself, just got an RC excavator. You'll see that come up on the channel here in the next couple days. Gonna see who we got lining up here next. Looks like Chris Hardwick on the right-hand side. It is.
Drivers ready.
Woo, close one. It looks like Chris got that one.
Lane, Chris. Now, Shifley Jr., Isaiah in the Talon, 6S, 8S. Hardwick, which one are you sending? You got the Rocket Ray or the Losi?
Is 22 mile an hour fast for a $50 truck? You know, $50 truck, I don't think that's going to give you a whole lot of satisfaction. You know, I did do some unboxings with some trucks that, you know, were on the inexpensive side. That's why I did them, because not everybody can spend $400 for a truck. So there are some really cool trucks out there. They're more 18 scale than they are 10 scale. But
right now we got Mike Shifley Jr.
they do
versus
provide some
Isaiah
fun,
Challenge.
and that's
Winner
why I
goes to
do
the
them.
final in 6S8S.
Because I've been, you
After
know,
them,
beat up by some
losers
people
bracket.
who said,
2S two-wheel drive. John in blue versus Brian Tagliaber.
a lot of people laughed at me for doing some, you know, unboxings of these cheap trucks, but not everybody can afford an expensive truck. So I would say maybe around the $200 range, even if it's going to be an off-brand. That should get you a truck that goes pretty good. I did do some unboxings of the cheaper trucks. That one even had a 3S, and I'll tell you what, it was really powerful for a little 18 scale truck.
Well, all right, you can't feel bad because it was your curse and your brother's, too. I can beat it.
Not sure who we got coming up here next.
Uh-oh. The pinion came off real quick. Let me put the camera up. Go ahead.
See if I can't step out the outside. Oh, looks like we have Mike Shifley. Mike Shifley Jr. on the left-hand side. Not sure who's on the right. Can you guys hear me okay now that I turned down the volume just a little bit? I do have... I'll turn it back up a little bit so you guys can hear it again as we get into the finals and stuff like that, so I want you to hear everything. How has the stream been? Is everything streaming okay for you guys? Has there been any glitching going on? I know from time to time I do see a glitch here or there, but I'm actually pretty surprised we've been able to keep going. Do I think a two-wheel drive Rustler from Marketplace is good? Be careful, that's all I'm going to say. And I'm not talking about the Rustler, because the Rustler is actually one of my favorite trucks.
Winner of this race will go to the final.
Talk to you about that in just a second, right after these guys here get lined up. Looks like Chris Hardwick's lining it up, maybe for Isaiah. And on the left-hand side, we got Mike Shifley Jr. That's with that XRT that he was talking about earlier when we interviewed him. Yep, looks like Isaiah's going to take over the control here. Chris got them all signed up on the right. Mike Shifley Jr. on the left. This could be a battle.
Drivers ready.
Mike Shifley's going to get the jump, and what a race. It's close.
I mean, I almost said it, too.
It's close.
He said it, and I was going to say it, but...
We're waiting for the call.
That's what I was watching the car. Rito, give me...
Hey, hit that buzzer again. Did it sound?
I seen the light last night.
Man, I'll tell you what a battle that was there. And that's how it is in these final rounds here. You start getting up against these guys that do this all the time and week in, week out. So back to that conversation, do I think a two-wheel drive Rustler on Marketplace is good? Yep. You know what? If you're younger, take your parents with, whatever. Meet the people at a reputable place, definitely. You know, police station or something like that. I wouldn't, I'm not a fan of buying anything off a Marketplace. I would, rarely would I send somebody money and expect to get something, because people are just not honest. So I would rather pay a little bit more, maybe buy it off eBay. At least you have something there. You know, you're going to pay a higher price, but it is what it is. That's what they're worth. Or buy a new one. And I really like, I'll tell you, I really like the Rustler VXL. I actually bought two of them. I bought one for myself and one for my son. And that Rustler VXL will run dead even with that X-Max, and we beat the crap out of the Rustler VXL four-wheel drive. What a great truck. I really do like that truck. Matter of fact, if I'm going somewhere and I need the truck to hold up, I'll probably take a Rustler. But it'd be a four-wheel drive like the one I have, VXL. Looks like we're waiting on, see what happened on that one there. I don't know. Hey, Mike, what happened on that run there?
I guess they saying either I jumped or they didn't hear the buzzer go off, so
Okay.
I'm not sure what happened.
I'm not sure if I heard a buzzer either.
I didn't. I thought I went right on the light, but I don't know.
Yeah. You definitely had a nice jump. I don't know if it was a jump, but you had a nice go at it. But I think at that, you know, both of you have such good reaction anymore. I don't know, you know.
I don't know. I know I've been trying to beat that car all year, so.
Yeah.
Every time, that thing's the only one that I have trouble with.
Looked pretty even, that's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Talking with Mike Shifley off here on the left-hand side here. They're taking a look at what's going on down the end of the track. They're not sure if the buzzer went off. And I don't know if it did either. Did you guys hear a buzzer on that last race? How late is it in America? It is 4:58 p.m. in the afternoon on Sunday. And you're 14. Okay, well, you know, with you being 14 years old, make sure you ask your parents. Make sure they have everything to do with whatever you do. Buying an RC car, especially on Marketplace. You know, I would, like I said, I personally wouldn't send anybody money on a Marketplace. It's just, I don't know, there's too many dishonest people on there. If you do make a deal on Marketplace, make it in person, make it at a very reputable place like a police station or something. Public area, make sure your parents are with, make sure you're safe. That's all I can say. There is some good used deals out there, and some people just need money and need to get rid of their stuff, or they just don't use it. So there's some good deals, and you know, but I would want to see the car run. You know, the battery might not be in good condition, stuff like that. So you might just be better off buying everything new. What do I think of the Bandit versus, you know, Bandit's fine. That's a nice wild machine. You know, I really like the Rustler. I don't have a Bandit, but I bet that Bandit would be very fast, especially on VXL with a 3S. I could see it having a lot of power. Two fun vehicles, easy to get parts for. I like that whole idea. I think you're heading down a good road there. Sorry, we got somebody firing up their motorcycle next to me.
Driver's ready.
Looks like right lane's going to take it this time.
Isaiah.
Isaiah's going to pick up the win as they got the light figured out and they reran the race. Mike Shifley that time looked a little bit far behind, but we don't know what happened on the race before that. You know, if there's a problem with maybe a light or a buzzer, they do rerun it here. They don't want anybody losing a race because of a technicality. Looking at the replay here, I can see a really close race, and that's how it is as we wind down here.
John in blue versus Brian Taglever. The winner will face Wyatt.
Man, that noise really. Try to tone that down for you guys. I can really hear it, but I have everything magnified. Can you guys hear me okay? I should have asked that a long time ago, but somebody was running a motorcycle behind me, so I had to turn down the volume just a little bit.
Get him, Stump.
What?
Who needs steering?
Don't let out.
The winner goes to the final. You don't need steering.
I can hear you very clear. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. I do appreciate that. And yeah, I hope everything goes well with the purchase of the truck. You know, without knowing what it's like or anything. It's hard to tell.
Boom. And the whole time I'm like, what the fuck is going
On deck, we Mark in a slash versus Joe Maloney.
Baja Ray is more like the desert. Like a desert.
Drivers ready.
So that's more like for this.
Looks like right lane got a nice jump on it. Left lane into the wall.
Nope. My they're my babies.
I believe that was Joe in the left lane. Mark taking the win in the right.
Well, you got third. You got third. You were in the left. We got Mark versus Joe. Winner goes to the final to face tag leader.
Kyle, is this a final?
Not yet.
Okay. Don't forget, let me know.
I know.
Okay.
Don't worry, I won't forget about you there, Quality.
Okay, there we go. We're back again. Just starting to cut out a little bit. The heck's going on? Why are we cutting out? Acting up just a little bit. Don't act up on me now. Whoa, close drag race there. Joe Maloney over here celebrating Jersey. Joe Maloney, I think that was him picking up the win here. On the right-hand side, he was giving the high fives over here to John Del Bain.
All right, now we got Mark in blue versus Dan Stutzman. Winner goes to the final.
Yeah, Joe looks pretty happy. Joe, did you just pick up the win out there? Good job, man. Okay, that was Joe just picked up the win that last round. Yeah, we're down to like semifinal rounds right here, so we're getting through the list, and finals are not up yet, but once we do, we'll hopefully have some name for you guys and a little bit more info.
Mark, you were in the left. Dan Stutzman in the right. I think we had this battle today already.
Dan Stutzman, he'll be in the right-hand lane. And I think that's with a Traxxas Stampede. I believe this is a 2-3S class, not really sure, four-wheel drive. Mark Spinelli in the left-hand lane. I think he's got a slash four-wheel drive. Dan Stutzman, I think that's that Old Faithful Stampede. Dan's got that skid plate out the back. I think Kyle just said the loser gets third semifinal round.
On deck is Chris with the max slash versus Joseph in the infraction.
Dan stood. Both these guys been racing here at Pheasantland RC Park for a couple years now.
Drivers
Here we
ready.
go. Dan into the wall. Mark Spinelli for the win.
Spinelli.
Dan that's about how it goes for Dan every time I come to these races. He gets pretty far down and then took a hard pop into the wall there.
All right, now we got the 6S 8S Chris with the max slash versus Joseph in the infraction.
6S 8S class coming up next.
On deck be Joseph with the Creighton versus John Del Bain.
How long is this stream going to be? Well, we're going through the semifinal rounds right now, so we'll be
but we are going to go right back to this again.
We'll be coming up on the finals shortly. So the stream won't be too much longer. If you're just joining in now, you get to see all the good stuff right here. Finals coming up, and this is where it comes down to the wire. 6 8S class, Chris Hardwick on the left. I think they said that we got Joe on the right. Not sure his name.
Drivers ready.
Oh, false start.
I'll give it to you.
A delay in the light or delay in the beep. I'm not sure what happened.
Chris playing nice.
That green tent only at the end of the drag strip.
He does always
I
play nice.
think a light comes on there and a beep at the same time. So these guys are launching off a light and a beep.
Drivers ready.
Chris Hardwick.
Left lane, Hardwick takes him down.
Chris Hardwick picks up the win. Had a great
Joseph
jump there on the line. And
All right, now we got Joseph with the crane versus John Del Bain.
Joe versus John Del Bain.
Shifley, you're going to be on deck facing the winner of this race.
Joseph with Joseph and John Del Bain. So that must be Joseph there in the white t-shirt. Sounds like the bar across the street has some kind of sound check going on.
Joseph, you're going to be in the left. John is in the right.
Guys bringing up, here comes John Del Bain. Looks like he has, I don't know, maybe an Arma
Will face Shifley Jr. right away.
6S, 8S class up at the line right now. John's picked up a win here before.
Drivers ready.
John does wheelies out of the... Oh, his truck still lands on all four, and he's able to pick up the win.
Blasted out of there,
We got
buddy.
John Del Bain.
You're ready to haul ass.
John Del Bain picking up the win. Both cars launched off the line.
All right, it's Shifley Jr. in the left.
I think you lost your wheelie
John
bar,
Del
though.
Bain in the
Where's
right.
your wheelie bar?
You lost it? Yeah, broke.
You need one?
Yeah, I'm good.
Sure.
A lot of power coming off the line now.
Winner of this will face Chris with the max slash.
Looks like the bite has picked up a little bit here. The dust is really bad at the end of the track. The right side looks, I think we've probably seen more winds off the right side right now. You can see there's a lot of good bite coming off the right side. Left side looks like the bite's right there early. Mike Shifley Jr. on the left, John Del Bain on the right. 6S, 8S.
Drivers ready.
John Del Bain hard into the wall. Mike Shifley Jr. going to pick up the win.
Shifley Jr. All right. Shifley Jr. versus Chris in the max slash. Winner will go to the final.
Shifley Jr. and Chris Hardwick in the max slash. Will the max slash make it into the final of the 6S, 8S class? That max slash is fast, and I'm sure Chris Hardwick's is not stock.
Winner goes to the final to face Isaiah.
You're going to see the max slash come up next with Chris Hardwick, but again, I don't think this truck here is going to be stock. Chris modifies every... That isn't stock, is it? That max slash? No. No? Bigger motor in it?
To stay with them?
Is that an 8S? Oh, nice. All right, guys. Well, we just got confirmation here.
It's got money.
Oh, it's got money. Okay. Well, he just looked over at me and said, "Hey, man, we got money in this truck."
Oh, you're gonna race? Are you gonna
So, Chris Hardwick, he's got something in this truck here that you guys are going to see coming up to the line next. It's a max slash. It's running on 8S. This is a 6S, 8S class. He's running against Mike Shifley Jr. I think that's an XRT that Mike brought to the line. But that Max Slash is not stock. Didn't surprise me. Chris don't bring anything stock to the line. It's okay. Mike Shifley's truck isn't stock either because talking with him, that thing's modified, big motor in there. A lot of the motors came from...
winner goes to the final, other gets third.
Winner goes to the final. Here we go.
Driver's ready.
Chris with the jump, and he's going with the Max Slash. Looks like he's going to pick up the win. Chris Hardwick picking up the win with the Max Slash. Chris doing really good on the day with that truck. Looking good.
How you guys do like the biker boys?
He's got to be happy about that. So if you were waiting to see what that truck looked like, I mean, no, they're fast, but not. Wait, finals?
Finals right now.
Which one?
2S two-wheel drive. Wyatt Yon versus Brian Tagliver.
Tell them to come over here really quick.
Tagliver's got to beat him twice. On deck, Brian Tagliver versus Joe Maloney.
Are you in the finals? Yes. Are you? Okay. No, I can't have them on there. Sorry. Okay. I can't. So, all right, we'll try it, but I can't because it goes. Yeah, I've been knocked out before. All right, we'll have Dad come in there.
Oh, because it's a child?
Oh. Yeah, I can't really get into the details of it, but it's you know, because I make money on the channel. So here we have what's your name?
Wyatt.
Wyatt. We have Wyatt heading into the finals here today in what, 2S class? 2S two-wheel drive.
Yes.
And who do we have Wyatt going against?
Brian?
Brian Tagliver.
Brian, come on over here. Okay, so we got these two guys here in the finals, 2S class, two-wheel drive. You're racing a what?
Losi.
A Losi. All right, Wyatt's racing a Losi, and you're racing a what?
Traxxas Slash.
Traxxas Slash versus Losi. Good luck, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Mark, this music ain't gonna screw you up, is it?
No, I don't. I'm talking all the time to keep it out for now.
Okay.
Thank you, though.
All right. We got Jan in the left, Tagliver on the right.
Okay, we got Jan and
Beat him twice. This was a final last month.
here we go. You know, I like showing everybody on the channel, but you just have to watch because YouTube gets a little particular about that. So, and it's a shame because these guys all compete. You know, we have younger drivers, older drivers.
You realize if you lose, he's been doing it himself all day.
Shut up!
So we got Max. No, we have a Slash versus a Losi.
Driver's ready.
Looks like left-hand lane's gonna win it.
Congratulations, young man. 2 times today.
Wyatt picks up the win in the 2S two-wheel drive class.
Get a little bit of that. Kicking butt and taking things, young man. Congratulations.
All right, now we got Brian Tagliver versus Joe Maloney.
Hey, Wyatt, come on over here. Where's your dad at? Come on over here, Dad. Yep, come on over here with the car.
If anybody's visiting James,
All right, let's take a look at that car. This is Wyatt, the winner of the 2S, right? 2S LiPo class. And what kind of, you're running this Losi? Wow, Losi drag car. Turned into a dirt runner, right?
Yep. Just got some battle tires on it.
Picking up first place here in the 2S class today. Congratulations, young man. Way to go.
Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you.
Hey, hold up. You guys got to come back here real quick. Come on. All right, let's see. So we can kind of see who's in our finals. This is another final, right?
Yes, sir.
Another final, right, Kyle?
This is all finals.
Okay, what are we running now?
This is a 2S four-wheel drive.
2S four-wheel drive. We got, hey, longtime guy Joe Maloney against Brian Taglieber, right? Both of you guys, right? Both of you guys been here for a long time.
Yes, sir.
What car are you running here in this 2S four-wheel drive?
Rustler.
Four-wheel drive
Four-wheel
Rustler,
drive.
VXL?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and what truck are you running?
4x4 slash.
4x4 slash against Rustler. Here we go, guys. Good luck.
Yes, sir.
Final round, 2S four-wheel drive.
Driver's ready.
Oh, the slash goes into the wall hard.
Swap lanes.
And it looks like Joe Maloney's going to pick up the win.
Gotta run him again there, Mark.
Oh, you got to run him again?
Yeah, that was a loser's bracket. He came out of loser's bracket. He's got to beat him twice.
Okay. They got to run him again. Loser bracket. Here we go. That's good because we kind of missed that anyway.
There you go. Your final winner right here for four-wheel drive.
2S four-wheel drive.
Driver's ready.
2S four-wheel drive. Here we go.
Right lane.
What a race. Right lane wins it. Let's have a talk with the winner.
All right, now.
Uh-oh.
4S.
They don't have the video down there at the end.
Versus Mark in blue.
They're checking the footage at the end of the track. But I think we were pretty good there. Joe taking the win, or was it close? Oh, Brian got him. Okay. Hopefully Brian will come down here. We'll have a talk with Brian.
Mark, go do your interview while you're
I am. Oh. I know. Okay.
camera again.
I know. Here we go. Hang on. All right, make sure we got everybody on the camera this time. What are you doing here?
Having some fun.
Are you getting ready to go on the next one or what?
Yes, I am.
Okay, let me get the first guy first. Hang on. Step aside. Step aside.
3S.
All right, who won that last one there? Brian, right? Okay. All right, Brian, taking the win in that four-wheel drive 2S class today. What truck did you do that with?
The Traxxas slash 4x4.
And you had to beat him twice, didn't you?
No, he had to beat me twice.
Oh, he had to beat you twice. Okay,
Yeah.
and that didn't happen. You won. Well, he beat you once.
Yeah, he beat me once.
But you won the second round. Then you're the winner today in that four-wheel drive 2S class. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yep. Your winner there. Next up, this guy couldn't wait to get on the camera, so we got to talk to him.
Oh, Kyle told me to.
All right, so this guy here, I got to make sure that everything's aiming there at that microphone, you know. I want to make sure I get this guy. This is Mark Spinelli from New Jersey, and we're in Boyertown, Pennsylvania. Yeah. Mark, what do you have here?
An out-of-the-box Traxxas VXL slash.
I never thought I'd hear you say that.
Changed the
An
tires,
out-of-the-box
that's
Traxxas VXL slash, and Mark Spinelli is in the finals here. What class is this coming up?
3 and 4S four-wheel drive.
Ooh, 3 and 4S. You got some competition coming up in this next run, huh?
Yes, I do. He's always a tough one.
Oh, you going against him too?
Yeah,
right, these guys are going to.
He's
Yep,
a pain in
Brian's
my
going
butt.
back out there again. Good
Just
luck,
like
man.
That Hardwick guy, you know?
Yeah,
Another
yeah,
pain
they're
in
always
my butt.
tough. Here we go.
Thank you.
Okay, hopefully you guys can hear me okay during these interviews. I'm trying to make sure that the mics, line up and everything. So This here is 3 and 4S. So as long as you have a 3S, 4S battery in this rig, you can race it. We got Mark. This is the final round, by the way. Nope, he's got to beat him twice. I'm not sure who's got to beat who twice. Here we go. It's close. It's neck and neck. Tag lever taking the win. Let's have a word with Brian.
All right, now it's Chris and Isaiah for the rest of the day.
Okay, Brian, let's have a word, man.
6S, 8S. Isaiah with the Talon, Chris with the Max Slash.
Mark Spinelli finishing second on the day there in that 3-4S class. Come on over here. Brian Taglieber, you know, you got to be feeling good about this win here too, right? Coming in these mud bogs and drags all the time. Is this the first win for you?
No.
No, this isn't your first row. Second win here for the drag racing. And you hold that truck up there. Brian did it with a 4-wheel drive VXL Rustler, right?
Yep.
Is it all stock?
No.
No, it's modified it up. All right. Winning 4S today, Brian Taglieber in that 4S. Congratulations. Who do we got next? Okay, we're going to wait for Isaiah and Chris here. Let's see if we can get them over here. Isaiah and Chris, come on over here. All right. He got 30 seconds on the clock, right?
Isaiah, hey, you want to get the car together for me? Isaiah.
Got your clock ready? It's okay. Right now we got father and son matchup coming up next. What class we got coming up next?
6S, 8S.
6S, 8S. This is where the big boys hit. Apparently it's you and your son the rest of the day here.
Absolutely.
You guys knocked everybody out.
Yeah, worked
Else
really
out,
hard.
right? 6S, 8S. We have Chris right here. Chris, tell us about what truck you're running.
I'm running the Max Slash. It's got Castle Creation 8S. It's got basically metal axles, wide max kit, hard metal gears, and all around is custom.
That's one bad boy, right?
Yes,
Max
sir.
Slash, and it's.
I mean, it's literally just stock gearing. I didn't change it.
Wow. Okay, we got Max Slash. So the only thing really in it stock gearing. But Isaiah, what do you got then? If Dad's got all that.
Oh, ask him.
It's basically the same thing equipped with the 8S. It's,
Oh, a Max Slash too?
No, he's running a Talon.
Okay. Oh, an Arma Talon?
Yeah.
Arma Talon versus Traxxas Max Slash.
Yeah.
Let's see who's going
I
to
got
win
my
this,
hand
guys.
full right there with that
Who do you
Talon.
pick? Do you got
I
Armor?
got my Talon. That was my Talon. That was my baby.
Oh, that was the bad boy, right? Just kept breaking down. You need something more reliable.
Yep, absolutely.
Good luck, guys.
Thank you.
I'm sure we'll talk again here.
Absolutely.
I bet Isaiah's good.
Okay, who do you got? Who do you got? Who do you got? Who do you got? That's what we're talking about right now. It's father and son battling it out. You know, do we have Chris Hardwick here? Chris Hardwick going to win it on the right with the Traxxas Max Slash? Is Isaiah going to win it on the left with an Arma Talon? Father and son matchup the rest of the day. This is 6S, 8S right here. Final round for these guys. Got the bar music going on in the background there. Hopefully that don't mess things up. I'm going to try to keep everything there so you guys can hear it. Hopefully we can keep that muffled out. Don't want to, I'll keep talking so it doesn't mess things up for us here on the live. Always something, man. I'll tell you what, these live shows are hard to do and you can never, so here we go. Here we go. Final round. 6S, 8S. Looks like Isaiah is going to pick up the win. Looks like Isaiah is going to pick up the win, and we'll have a word with Isaiah.
Hey, Callie, it's facing this way. Put it in reverse. There you go.
Let's head on over to the Oval RC
All
banner.
right.
And,
Now for the final race of the day, we're going to do the matchup again.
oh, no.
Isaiah in the Rocket Ray versus Chris in the Rocket Ray.
Here we go. No, it's a matchup again. Final race of the day.
This will be your final flight of the evening.
And it looks like this time no, they're swapping stuff around. Was that the final? Was that the final race? What race was that there? And Isaiah won it. Okay. All right. So that was 6S, 8S. Now we have open. And all the cars we've seen today, the Hardwick family is bringing their trucks to the line. So father and son matchup again. They knocked everybody else out in this open class. And this is where the big bucks start coming in, guys. This is where you have a couple $1,000 trucks coming up to the line. Starts getting really interesting for the Hardwick family because father and son matchup, and the father, he's the one over there wrenching, the boys learning, you know, and that's a great thing. Family affair going on here, and they work hard to make sure that their stuff goes fast. As we are waiting, we're waiting for them to get things together because they just got done running the 6, 8S class. Now they're getting ready to go at it again here in the open class. Looks like Isaiah's got his truck going over to the line right now. If you're just joining in, we're at the final round of the day right here, and this is open. Means anything goes. You know, there's no rules on the track, so as long as you start at the starting line, it's the first one to cross the finish line. You can run into each other, you can hit the wall, bounce off the wall, whatever. You fly outside the track, of course, you're done. But even if one flips over, it's the first guy to cross the line. That's what I like about it in this loose dirt situation, because you really can't control it. The track's very hard to hook up, and with these powerful trucks, you're looking at trucks that are a couple $1,000 coming up to the line. Highly modified, and as we can see, they're coming up there right now. Chris Hardwick lined up on the right-hand side. Isaiah's son on the left-hand side. Can't see Isaiah. He's standing out of the picture right now, but Chris, he may be even lining up Isaiah's truck. I don't know, but maybe he let Isaiah line up his own truck. Isaiah's nervous. Is standing next to me, bouncing around here a little bit. Chris is right in front of me. Here we go. What a race.
Left lane, Isaiah.
Isaiah's going to pick up the win, and what a race that was. Isaiah knocking off his dad here in that open round. Let's have a word with Isaiah as they come back.
That will conclude today's action.
Isaiah, come on over here. Bring that car with. Chris, bring that car with, too.
If you have not gone in for your picture yet, go in and do it. It was John Tagliver and John in blue for 2S 2-wheel drive.
Okay, guys, sorry if that...
4-wheel drive, Tagliver, Joe Maloney, and Mark Slash.
Sorry if that's bouncing around a little bit.
Brian Tagliver, Mark in blue, and Dan Stutzman. 6S, 8S, Isaiah Natalin, Chris with the Max Slap, and Mike Shifley Jr. Open, Isaiah with the Rocket Ray, Chris with the Rocket Ray, and then Chris with third with the Losi.
One-man show today, so waiting for the guys to come on over here. They're throwing the body on the car right now. They're unplugging things first. They got to get all that power disconnected from that car. And when they get them over here, and then we'll talk to them about this win today. Father and son team making it all the way down to the end. Isaiah going all the way to the finish, picking up the win. Let's talk with him, and let's check out these big cars that Chris just brought over here. Chris, what do you got going on here first?
All right, these are rock rays. Basically, it's a Losi rock ray. It's like a desert truck, you know. I got two shocks on there, set real low, real tight, so they don't go back and forth. Hobby wing motor in it, 8S, and really flies.
Rock ray, Losi. No more Traxxas in the finals.
Oh yeah.
Huh?
Oh yeah. Well, not today.
Not today, huh?
Yeah.
But you're bringing everything to the final, aren't you?
I had the Trax Max Slash, so
okay.
I mean, it was up.
All right, let's talk to your son here first, and we're going to lift up those trucks and take a look at those trucks. Come on over here, Isaiah. So what a day you had. I heard your name constantly on the winners list. Obviously, if you made it all the way down and won the final. Picking up the win today against your dad.
Yep.
You know, did you set the truck on the line? Or
he did most of it, but I did the last one there.
Okay, and what did you think of the left lane versus right lane? Do you think you had the advantage or no?
No, I mean, I think the right lane had a little bit of advantage today, but I think all in all, it didn't really matter.
Okay, so it was a good run for you all the way around, picking up the win in 6S and 8S, and then in the open class. Congratulations, Isaiah. Way to go.
Thank you very much.
Okay. All right, Chris, come on over here. Since Isaiah really didn't know a lot about that truck, Chris does. Chris, pick up that truck here and show everybody what it is. This thing is a beast, guys. This is a Losi rock ray. Take a look at this truck. And Chris, you got a ton of money in this truck here, don't you?
Yeah, I mean, fair amount. I mean, it's definitely not stock, 100%. So, I mean, a little bit, the diffs, servo upgraded, steering links upgraded, camber link, everything. So
8S?
yes,
8S?
Yes, 8S.
Okay, so if somebody wants to build a truck like this, what are they looking at?
Probably 1,500.
1,500? Not bad, though, for a big truck like that. It's a fifth scale, low C rock ray, picking up the win today with some modifications done to it. Chris Hardwick taking him and his son all the way to the finals today. Congratulations, Chris, on second place.
Thank you very much.
All right, guys. Thank you, Chris, and thank you, Isaiah.
Oval RC, baby.
Oval RC. So I'm going to go back underneath the tent here, and we'll talk about it a little bit and wrap things up.
Absolutely.
Woo! 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 Yeah! Man. All right, guys, that was quite some racing we've seen here today at Pheasantland RC Park, Boyertown, Pennsylvania. That's where you can come out and check out all the action or join in yourself. You think you got a fast truck? Hey, don't run your mouth on the internet. Come on out here and run your truck against these other guys, because these guys got some fast trucks. The Hardwick team is, you'll always see them in the finals. If it ain't a Shifley, it's a Hardwick, and everybody else is trying to chase these guys down all the time. Chris really has this on lockdown, and him and his son went all the way today, picking up the win in 6 and 8S and picking up the win in the Open. Congratulations to Isaiah, and congratulations to Chris in second place. So I hope you guys, let's see, do they do truck pulls there? No, they do not do truck pulls yet. I think they're messing around with it a little bit. But I will be heading back out to the Worlds in October, so I'll be going back out there for that. We will be live from there. We do have good internet there, so hopefully we won't be dealing with what we're dealing with today. We're going to come back out Tuesday night and go live at the Oval Track. And over there, I am closer to the building, so I do have better internet than what I had today. No more glitching over there for you guys. I'll get this figured out. And, you know, the internet's the toughest thing. If you ain't got it, you ain't got it. So I really don't know how to knock that out, but we'll figure that out too. All right, Flying Fortress RC says, enjoyed the afternoon watching you guys, but NASCAR race will be on shortly, so catch you on the next one. Thanks, Mark. Thank you, Flying Fortress. Thank you to all the guys who donated today. I can't tell you how much that matters, because, you know, when I do the live stream, it's kind of backwards. The equipment costs a lot of money, and the income for the live stream really doesn't make up for it. I just enjoy doing it. I really do. Tuesday nights, you know, RC racing. This is the Oval RC, so I should show some Oval racing, and that's why we have the lives Tuesday nights here at Pheasantland RC Park. When I get everything really squared away to where I'm confident 100%, then I'll be venturing out to different tracks, and, you know, when I do that, it's a whole other problem in itself that I got to figure out again. So I do want to figure out things here first before I venture out to other places. But we're getting there. We're almost there. So I do thank you guys for joining in on the live today. I appreciate it all the time. That's what keeps me going on this whole live deal. So we'll see you Tuesday night. I will be live again, 7, 8-ish o'clock. You never know, depending on what time I get it all set up. How old was you when you went to your first serious RC car? Oh, how old was I when I got my first serious RC car? You know, I raced my first serious RC car when I was like 12 years old. And I only ran like 1 or 2 races, and I ran out of money because I was 12 years old. My parents said, that's it, you ain't doing that, it's too expensive. But this is way back in the 80s, so I can understand that. And then I raced my whole entire life doing go-karts, big cars. And now I'm back running RC cars, and I'm going to say it was 6 years ago. 6 years ago, I started really racing RC cars on the oval with the Traxxas Slash. So I've been doing this for 6 years. All right, guys. Well, hey, that's the end of our day here, live racing from Pheasantland RC Park, Boyertown, Pennsylvania, for the Dirt Drags. We'll see you Tuesday night for some oval racing on the Oval RC. I got a new video coming out later on this week. It's going to be a hydraulic RC excavator from wave-rc.com. waverc.com. I hope you guys really enjoy that. So, Oval RC, I want to thank all you guys. Pheasantland RC Park. We'll see you Tuesday night. See you later.